most folks around here just call me Swaghar, and here at this ungodly hour of 2:51 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, you begin to ask yourself life's great questions. Like, who are we? What do we want? And most importantly, is it late at night or early in the morning? Stay tuned to figure it out. Oh, and also, if you want, there's gonna be a soO versus TY best of 9 in like 10 minutes, and they're doing vetoes right now? Oh my god, are you excited for this, guys? I am so pumped. This may just be the most nerve-wracking, high-profile thing I've ever had to cast in my 2 years of casting, so heart is beating, heart is thumping, I'm very nervous. I know it says up here on the casters, it says Swaghar and Falcon Paladin. We're gonna hope he shows up here. I definitely think that he's going to, but we're just gonna give him some time because I said it starts at 3, but I told him on Discord, try to get there 2:45 so we can start early. And, you know, let's see if he shows up. If he doesn't, that's okay. Swaghar, you know, I know how to go solo. Though, you know, just because I know how to go solo doesn't mean I like it. Oh. Alright, well, I hope the stream is working. I hope it's good. Hope everything is fine so far. Everything's crisp. Let me see. Oh my god, I can't believe soO and TY are even talking in a chat channel that I'm in. It's just... right? I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Also, what's really cool is after the whole series, we have we're gonna have an interview too. We have Hajin soon. She is going to be able to translate for us during the winners interview. Now, TY's and soO's English, no more. It's not half bad. But yeah, we definitely wouldn't really translate it here. So very excited. We got some high-profile names. We got some high-profile games, and we got some high-profile lames. Oh, what? Did I just diss myself in front of 5 people? I think I did. Now, just for equality's sake, we are going to impose a 1-minute delay on the stream. It's not going to be too bad. I just want to go ahead and make sure that no one's trying to get anything too crazy. And at this high of a level, 1 minute is definitely going to be hopefully not too impactful. If one of these guys does decide to cheat, I am 99.99% positive no one's going to do that. So, we are fine there. Also, what else are we doing? Alright, first map is going to be on King's Cove, and I am super duper 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 excited. And in one of the most high profile things of my casting career, I forgot to set up my in-game scene. Alright, let's go ahead and do that right now. Yeah, you see this bar right here? This bar is gonna be like right on top of the caster interface, but I don't know. I don't know how high to set it. So you know what? It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna set it up in game. It'll be a-okay, and everyone's going to not mind at all. Alright, let me actually go ahead and make sure that everything is happening. We're gonna go to africatv.com/alpha sc2. There we go. La 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 la. Here we go. We gotta make this site. Stream is set. Oh my god, we're almost ready to get into game. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Seriously, DY. Alright, we're fine. Deep breath, Swaghar, deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. I can't do that because I'm talking, but I want to keep talking so I can keep myself calm. Let's see. Everything looks fine on my end, so I'm gonna go ahead and give everyone the go ahead to start this. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and give everyone the go ahead to start this. So I'm gonna say Swaghar is ready to rock and roll. Swaghar is ready to rock and roll. Alright, Miguel is gonna be the referee. Oh. soO versus TY and King's Cove. I'll remember this game for a long time. Go go. Okay, starting in 5 minutes. Ah, boy. soO said go go. Miguel's like, alright, 5 minutes. Because we do want to start at 3 a.m. or over there in Korea 8 p.m. exactly. So I guess that is that. We're just making sure all of our players are ready. No team. Evil Geniuses, Jaedong, Red Bull Bomber, Rocket Hyun. I wonder why these options are here. Oh, I can change him. Alright, we're not gonna change him. Wonder if I give myself a team. Can I be J-Dong? I want to be J-Dong. Oh, maybe I want to be a Bomber. Bomber. Do I want to be J-Dong or Bomber? Life's mysteries, you guys. Life's mysteries. I think I'm gonna be no team because I don't want to be the guy who messes something up because he chose that he is something. Falcon Paladin is here. Oh my god, he joined us. Alright, we're gonna get into call with him. Hey, hey. Oh my god, everyone wait. Everyone wait. Falcon Paladin showed up. He should be in lobby soon. Okay, okay. We in lobby. We in lobby. We in lobby. Starts in 4 minutes. Alright. We're gonna start a voice call with Falcon. And we're gonna see. Ready? Alright, here we go. I promise I wasn't lying. So everyone please welcome my guest star. Or I guess I'm the guest star because, you know, he's Falcon Paladin. He doesn't guest star to nobody. Let's go ahead and start this call. Oh. We're not gonna turn on the camera. We're just gonna go ahead and yeah. Wait for him here. It's fine. Hello?
Hello!
Oh my god, Falcon! How's it going?
Hey, doing alright. A little sleepy, but otherwise okay.
I know, I am like... Here's the main question that I'm asking myself. Is it late at night, or is it early in the morning?
Let's go early morning.
Let's go early morning? Okay, that's what I was needing early morning. But when we were talking about this, the leader of the team, Sushi, he was like, alright, it's gonna be late at night, so be prepared. And, you know, it took me a little while to translate that to, oh, it means early Sunday morning. Yeah. Alright, are you in game?
Yes, I'm in the channel. I'm on the Asia server, Alpha Pro Series.
Oh, you're a Falcon Pal.
Yeah,
oh, you're my Falcon Pal. That's great. We're gonna invite you to the game here.
Alright.
Alright, most important thing that we have to discuss right off the bat. Are we Falcon swag or are we Paladin har? What is our we have to get this straight.
I think it's pretty obviously Falcon swag.
Falcon swag. Yeah, see
yeah.
that sounds just better in my head, right? Falcon swag.
So much better.
Yeah, okay. Alright, this is exciting. Have you ever casted live like this? soO versus TY? Like something this...
Yeah, I do the Africa Worlds with Laughing Games every couple of weeks.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
pretty cool. Do you ever have to wake up this early?
I woke up a little bit early for the Infinity Gaming Saturday Showdown. So, yeah, I kind of feel like I'm used to waking up early. I was doing WSG casting back in November, and the Korean qualifier was held at 2 a.m. Both of those. So, yeah, you know.
Rough stuff. But,
all in a day's work.
All in a day's work. Alright. Well, looks like though our players are almost ready to go here, so... Oh, my hands are shaking. Are you excited, Falcon? I'm excited.
I am excited. I love these players. Do you need me to share my webcam?
Oh, no, don't worry. I will never make you do that. Don't you worry.
Okay.
It's just a voice call, yeah. Also,
yeah,
I don't think I also have room on the overlay, unfortunately.
That makes sense.
There can only be one, you know. Right.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm done with that.
Alright, cool. So, yeah. You get to not show your face, your 3 a.m. face to everyone. I have to put myself out there. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I still gotta, like, scrape my eyes, you know?
Yep, I know.
God, bleh. Alright. We're loading on into King's Cove. So excited. There you go.
New map.
I know. You know what? Like literally on ladder, people are vetoing like so many of the new maps that we load on into it. I'm like, is that right? Is that a map in StarCraft? Are we in a new map pool or something? I'm like,
well, yeah. I mean, it's because it's so stupid to wall this thing off if you're Protoss your turn. You looked at this one?
Didn't they do that thing where like you couldn't wall off with like 3 buildings and everyone went crazy?
Yes.
Yeah,
I hate not being able to wall off with 3 buildings.
I know. That's like the fundamental core. You know, I need to do this. You know, if I can't do that as Protoss, I'm like the least comfortable person. Well, more uncomfortable than I already am, but like even more so. You know, when that's happening.
I understand it.
Mm-hmm. All right. We should start a singing career after this. Oh, I think we're in. I think we're in. Oh my gosh, are you into?
Looks like it. Sure does.
All right, cool. Who do you want to introduce? I'll give you first choice since you're the guest.
Oh man, I would like to introduce soO personally.
Okay, here we go. I'll try to sync. I'll try to sync the webcam to what you're saying.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Welcome to game number 1 of this best of 9 series in the top left-hand corner of King's Cove. And game number 1, it's going to be the red Zerg player. You know him and you love him as soO.
Perfect. And his opponent, spawning in the bottom right-hand position of King's Cove. Representing Splice, it is the blue Terran player, TY.
It's going to be a good one. It is going to be a good series, to be sure.
Without a doubt, a best of 9 against 2 of arguably some of the best players in the world. What a privilege.
It really is. Not every day you get to cast something like this, I can tell you that much.
Oh yeah, same here, same here. What is soO's team? Is that Chivo? Chivo?
I believe it is. I believe it is
Wow.
Chiva.
I've never heard of that before.
Hang on, I'm pull this up real quick.
You can pull it up. You're gonna give me the deets on that.
It is Chivo SC, International Esports Organization. Very small. I believe Cham's involved and soO's involved, and that's about it.
Oh well,
right now.
You don't need to be big when you got players like Cham and soO, you know.
No, you don't have to have
no. It's not the size of the team that matters. Not at all.
Correct.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Well, both players doing some fairly normal stuff here. Nobody going crazy and putting their buildings on the other side of the map. TY just going for that standard schmandered Reaper build. We've all seen this 1,000 times. And soO equally is going to go for the Zerg equivalent, which is a hatchery into a gas into a pool.
Yeah, I mean, this very easily could be a Wings of Liberty game at this stage. It's so standard. Nothing crazy happening yet at all. There's your factory follow-up from TY. Likely going to be some Hellion pressure. As again, that's really good. Does force units out of the Zerg and can roast up some drones too if you get lucky.
Oh yeah, TY seems to always get lucky more so than other players. Yeah.
And it helps. It's better to be lucky than good. My dad always says.
Oh man, so true. All right, Reaper gonna come on in. Just go ahead and poke away at a couple of lings here, and he's gonna go and get chewed away by the Queen. Doesn't really see too much, but you know, confirms that there is a hatchery in the main base. So hey, you know, take what information you can get. Yeah.
Well, and confirm there is a spawning pool because the lings chased him away.
Yeah,
just
that too.
Deductive reasoning there, you know.
Oh yeah, that's also something useful that I did not pick up on.
Gotta take what you can get.
Yeah.
Also, it looks like he's trying to block off that third base by soO. soO's not really bothering to send a drone out there quite yet. I think he might be waiting either for the creep to push out there or for speed to finish before he really goes for that third, which seemed a little bit late, honestly. Most Zergs try to get that third up sub 3 minutes these days, but not soO in game 1.
Oh yeah, he's going up to the 3-minute 20, 3:25 mark. Now he's finally going to take it as soon as link speed finishes on up here. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the map, you were right. TY is going to go for a couple of Hellions here and going to actually throw down a tech lab on that barracks as a follow-up. But interestingly enough, no starport just yet. It's going to be a third CC from TY.
Yeah, I usually expect to see a Liberator or more frequently with some players the Banshee at this stage of the Terran build. But no, just going for that third command center here, maybe trying to out-macro soO.
Yeah, that's probably going to be it. And also, if you take a look at King's Cove as a map itself, it is, I mean, Falcon Talon. I know a thing or two about Ginormous, and this is a freaking ginormous map. Is it? I think it's actually the biggest in the whole map pool, right?
I believe it is. It's a new map pool. It's a baby map pool, but I think King's Cove is the winner there.
It's a big boy here. All right. You know what it kind of looks like from TY? It's almost kind of like a delayed 2-1-1 almost, right?
Oh, it does.
Like a 2-1-1, but with like a little splash of a little mix-in of a third CC there. Oh, actually, it's super cute. Actually, you don't see this too often. In the main, you see like the second CC, like the workers are mining to that CC since it's closer to the gas.
Yeah, I can see that.
Do you think this is on purpose? Is he just that much of a genius?
Yes.
Like,
I think
okay.
TY is too good at this game for it to be an accidental, oh, look how efficient my mining is now, sort of thing.
Like the gas is gonna be like so precise. He's gonna be like hit the smartest, like sharpest timing from that. I bet you. Any amount of
now the Hellions are trying to do stuff on the other side of the map, but the Queens are shoving them away.
Oh yeah, a very non-welcoming shove away by the Queens there. And you know, I would like to see these. To get to the straight criticizing part because I suck. I would like to see the Hellions and Reapers focus a little bit more on the creep spread here. Than trying to poke up ramps, because as you can see, it's already like 5 minutes 30 seconds. This is looking good from soO.
Yeah, all the greatest Zergs do incredible creep spread. It helps them so much early, mid, late game. That vision, that speed is so important here. Coming on again, and once again, 2 Queens able to shove away all those Hellions and that Reaper. No creep tumors are taken down, but here come the Marines, and this is where things are going to be trouble and problematic for soO. These guys are waiting on Stim, just now finishing up. Great timing from TY, and now the Queens are running.
Oh boy, yeah, they're like, alright, never mind guys, you can have it. And as that 4th base comes under fire, I think soO will have to cancel that, unfortunately, but that's fine, as long as he doesn't die here. He's gonna probably be in an alright position. He's gonna go and stem on in. TY getting to the mineral line. Oh, this is looking pretty bad from soO.
This is really bad. The Banelings are trying to get in there, but the Queens are blocking them a little bit here. Absolutely no connection whatsoever. Now we get the Queens on in. The Marines, decent Baneling hits there. We're going to have to pick up in that situation, drop into the main base, and abuse the immobility of these Queens and these Zerglings. Dropping into the main base, too.
Even more drones may go down here. You know what's so unfortunate, too? He had to fight. soO had to fight before +1/+1 was finished, just a second before. And now that it even is finished, the Mutants have taken a good trade again, but they're gonna pick on up and boost on away. And soO finding himself in a little bit of a pickle here, but not, you know, down and out. He's close in workers. He's got his 4th base, still 1 base ahead of that Terran. So overall, not horrible damage.
No, just about 10 drones killed so far in the game, and by TY, nothing crazy, nothing game-ending, but you know, just standard stuff here in a ZVT. Another drop swinging on up here, 4th base. By soO is about 20% complete, and the 3rd base by TY is done and happily mining.
It looks as though TY is going to try and play this game a very multi-pronged harassment sort of style. He's still got 2 medevacs in the main base of soO, ready to swoop on in. soO also has some Lings and Banes to try and counteract that, and the Banelings and Lings are going to push away TY for the time being at the front. So, not finding as much damage anymore is TY, and these Lings and Banes should be more than enough to clean up this drop.
Yeah, especially with those upgrades. Without the upgrades, though, much more difficult. We got 4 Mutalisks on the way from soO right now. 1-1 finishing up for TY back home. And these medevacs are in trouble. They need to unload, get what damage they can, make what trades they can, because they are dead very soon.
They are not long for this world indeed, as the 2nd medevac goes on down. Now, interesting style soO choosing to go for here. Not Hydra Ling Bane, actually. He's going for that Ling Bane Muta. And I guess that kind of makes sense. When you have a map as big as King's Cove, the ability, or rather the agility of the Mutalisks will be very helpful in helping defend against TY's aggression.
Definitely true. We've got tanks out, Widow Mines in production here, along with Drilling Claws from TY. Very early Drilling Claws upgrade, threatening this 4th base directly with tanks and with Marines. The Lings and the Banelings need to find a good angle to come on in here, or else he's going to lose this 4th.
Yeah, he's fishing for the concave, but he's still just kind of dancing around. I think he can find it. I mean, it's good control for the Link so far, and here he goes. Gonna go in and close his jaws on this army. A lot of siege tanks, but not too many Marines here, and there's not too much support for those tanks, so they are gonna get picked off. 1-2 go down, but the reinforcements for TY have arrived.
Yeah, this is where a 3-base Terran gets a little bit scary. Constant reinforcements here. Zerglings attacking on and not doing too well. The Mutas have to engage here against Marines, not something they want to do at all. Once again, forced to pull back. 5 Banelings are in production, but they're not here yet. And TY pulling back just for a second, getting soO that time.
He's going to be able to morph in a couple of more Banelings, but again, you know, the army supplies are so even, and there's a lot of Mutas here for soO, so it's going to be hard to take an efficient fight. The Middleman gets an okay shot here, and it does get an even better one, pushing those Lings and Banes back again. I mean, Falcon, we've seen these things happen to Zergs over and over again. They barely hold the first wave, and then the reinforcements come, and they barely hold that, and then just over time, the trades from the Terran get better and better until eventually they are cracked. I hope that doesn't happen to soO here, but the Marine count is just looking so scary right now.
It's definitely a snowball type situation here. That tank that's been sitting back there for a while has 19 kills, Swagger.
Oh my god. You're right. It also has 133 health, which I guess is less, you know, important, but still, what a good tank.
Yep, he's definitely making himself cost-effective here. TY packing up and pulling out, though. Very strange. Reinforcements are coming in. What is he worried about?
That is a little strange. I guess he just wants to take the high ground with that tank, but he's very far away from the 4th base now. And now soO's actually, he's got his 5th base actually finished on up here, so it's gonna have even more production, even more mining to help defend. I guess TY just wanted to play it safe or something. Maybe he saw something we didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just Muta's in production. It's going to be an infestation pit now, but it's not like suddenly soO's teched into Broodlord or something like that.
No, not at all. Yeah. TY's still mainly hanging out in the middle of the map. We do see a drop on the left-hand side, trying to clear up some creep, but the Mutas and Lings all over that. Gonna go ahead and take out that medevac and just get a free 10 supplier. So if the medevac can get away, and it probably isn't. But meanwhile, while that's happening, if the Mutas are over there, they can't be over here, and the Lings and Banes are gonna take a not horrible fight against the bio of TY, but it's still would have liked to have those Mutas there to maybe pick off that tank in the back. Maybe a couple of medevacs.
Yeah, he's swinging in for the aggression instead. The Mutas are flying right into this 3rd base of TY. There are 2 missile turrets here and a bunch of bio defending it. So one Muta gets killed. No damage is done by those Mutalesques.
That man in the missile turret must be really proud of himself for that one. Killing a Muta, throwing that like flock of 20 away. Oh yeah.
I think it actually might be a robot. That's my current theory anyway.
A robot? Because
Yes.
he like never has to eat or anything?
Right. And
But,
like, if a missile turret's on fire, he doesn't leave the missile turret.
I mean, you say robot, I say dedication. I mean, he's a man doing his job, you know? He's got a duty.
It's true, but man, that thing's on fire for 5 minutes and it explodes, and never once do you leave that thing. You're willing to die for no reason for the Dominion. I just don't see it.
Also, speaking of dying for the Dominion, do you see this like group of like 1 million banelings that's about to hit the 3rd of TY?
I sure do. I don't
sure
think
do as
TY
well.
does, though.
Oh, yep, and that is 1 mineral line not long for this world. 18 SCVs going on down. Now, that was a good bit of damage, and actually on the other side of the map, I was going to say TY may be able to push, but no, soO's concave is enough to scare him back and away, so soO taking a nice little worker advantage over there.
Yeah, that was amazing. Finally cleared up there, but that's 19 dead SCVs, which is absolutely brutal. Just more Lings, Banes, plus 3 ground carapaces on the way. Got a Liberator in the mix, too. But with Mutas in the sky, it's not going to last for too long, I don't think. But let's clean up the ground army first. Widowmine does end firing. Liberator is now dead. TY split. Pull back, regroup, attack again. This has been the scene of so many battles already in this game.
Indeed it has been, and TY looks like he wants to keep on pressing the issue here, and with all this bio, I think he is definitely more than welcome to do so. The Marauders are getting picked off in the front, but the Marines are standing strong in the back. And soO decides to not take the engagement straight up, just sending the majority of his forces for counterattacking on the opposite side of the map. And I guess I like this. If you just leave TY alone to macro as much as he wants, to send as much bio across the map as he wants, any player in the entire freaking universe is going to have a hard time with that. So I definitely like what soO is doing here. And it's even pulling TY back, delaying him.
Yeah, once again, giving soO delicious breathing time to tech up, to get that +3/+3 on the Zerglings and Adrenal Glands. Makes it so good, especially in these counterattacks.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah, I think soO is in a wonderful position right now.
Absolutely. The one thing I would be kind of concerned about is that TY's +3/+3 has just finished on up, so it's going to be a little bit of a window here where soO is not going to want to take engagement as, you know, as much enthusiasm as he was before, but you know, still got to do what you got to do. Lings and Bane's going to go and come on in. Good splits from TY. I mean, it's just so, it always looks so good. You know, whenever I go
Widowmine shot there.
Yeah, good Widowmine shot too. And the bio actually pressing forward a lot here, but even more SCVs going down on the opposite side of the map. soO all over TY's bases here, but TY looking to return that favor. Is he going to focus down this 4th base? He's going to get it just barely. He's not focusing it. He decides to take the fight against the army instead.
Yeah, look at this. Just ragtag defense here. Defender's advantage kicking in it. Tank gone. Pulling back once more. 24 Lings on the way. That Adrenal Gland upgrade is complete. Plus 3 ground carapace is almost there. TY is down to 41 workers right now, but his army supply is up 81 to 58.
Yeah, those Lings with Adrenal, I tell you, those guys sure can nibble. Now, this base is so low, I almost feel like I think TY in the next engagement may decide to just focus it down and pull back. Maybe to send a drop there, but no, again, he's going to pull back defensively for the time being. You can actually see soO is floating a lot of minerals and gas, but that's not because he's a bad macro player. No, 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 no. This guy's world class. There's an Ultralisk Cavern halfway done. He's going to make a bunch of Ultras and he's going to go. I think it's very soon here. Within the next couple of minutes, Falcon, it is going to be soO's turn to TY.
Yeah, it is not looking good for TY at all. Yeah. He is down in worker supply substantially. His army supply is up very, very nicely, but his composition does not actually favor dealing with Ultralisks. There'll be 2 Marauders and 48 Marines, and that is it right now.
Yeah, something tells me he's going to have just a little bit of a problem, especially with the new Ultralisk upgrade. I hope you see that come into play, the anabolic synthesis. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it is. It's a hot one.
And in the recent past, they actually doubled the speed that they move at. So instead of, the previous patch, now, like, Stim Bio can't run away from it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, off creep is where the difference is there.
Yeah.
Yep, off creep is the difference for anabolic synthesis. Marauders can no longer kite. They're a little bit faster, but it's much harder to kite against Ultras now off creep.
Oh yeah, for sure. And my God, you feel for TY, because how can you make ghosts? How can you make liberators? How can you make a bunch of marauders when you've been taking so much economic damage over the course of the game and just doing so little to the Zerg? Now, as I say that, 15 drones do go down, but I promise, this is the tip of the iceberg here as far as damage goes.
Yeah, 15 kills at this stage of the game doesn't really bother soO all that much. He's making 16 drones at once to replace those. How many does he have? He's got 5 Ultras, and here goes nothing.
Yep, and TY sees it now. He's going to go ahead and take the fight because he has to. Look at that cool Ultra skin, by the way. TY probably thinking it's less cool as he's kind of on back. He just has some Marines and some Medivacs left. soO is looking very dominant this game so far, and I think as soon as these 2 Ultras finish, that soO may be inclined to just move across the map. He has been very defensive in that he doesn't want to make one big push so far. But man, it's got to be tempting. He has, 5 Ultras out so far with 3-3 and
chitinous plating.
Chitinous plating, yeah. But nope, in typical soO fashion, he's going to go ahead and just send these Ultras to counter attack, which, I'm fine with. I'm fine. I'm down to see some Ultras chomp on some SCVs.
Always delicious, delicious SCVs.
No, like popcorn almost. Well, I think probably. I think if we were to try and chew on some SCVs, it would be less. We'd have a different experience,
Probably.
Yeah, but
it tastes less like popcorn.
Yeah, it's like it tastes like bloody gums. Yeah. All right. TY is starting Liberator production right now, but it's only 1. I mean, he just doesn't have the money, Falcon, to really deal with this tech from soO. So I'm curious what his game plan is, honestly.
I honestly don't know. I mean, looking at that army supply, it's just... It looks good, but it's the wrong stuff. He's starting a Ghost Academy right now. He might have some ghosts soon, but that soon might be after this game is over, which doesn't help anybody.
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction, to be sure, but a step too late. TY is going to go in and try and counterattack over here, but... This army is having absolutely none of it. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side as well, that drop or the little group of units is getting cleaned up as well. There are now Corruptors in the air to deal with those Liberators better. I mean, soO's probably going to get going here. I'm like almost certain that he should get going here.
Yeah, he needs to pick off a base or just win a huge engagement so convincingly a counterattack just wins. Yeah. Engaging off creep here with just Ultras and Mailings not going to be enough.
Oh yeah,
as he's pulling back to the safety of that creep.
Oh yeah, Ultra is definitely not the best by themselves. They need a couple of buddies to go and support them, and then they can get to chomping. And looks like here we go, the fight is going on in. A lot of good Widowmite shots on those mutas, but you don't really care. Mutas, they've done what they needed to do this game, so they are fine. TY plummets in supply, calls GG, and soO is going to take a very, very convincing game number 1.
It was defending. He felt like he was about to die several times in that game up towards that 4th base, but able to just push TY back time and time again. The counterattacks were invaluable for him being able to win that game, killing so many workers, and in the end got to that Ultra Tech before TY was ready for it and takes game 1.
Yeah, it was just a bit too much. And looking at the army supply graph, I mean, it's very impressive. There's not really... if you look at the army supply, there's not really any point where you can see TY convincingly ahead of soO's. Maybe there was a small window at the 5-minute mark, but after that, it was just soO.
We should make a soO song.
Was it just like soO a million times?
Sounds great.
You want
to work on that.
You want to like prototype it now? Like, what should the beat be like? Ugh.
It's too early. It's too early to have a beat.
Yep. If there's one thing, there are a couple things you shouldn't do on stream. That is math, try and make a good argument, and make a song. I tried to do that once.
Agreed.
Yeah. My first stream, I tried to like improvise like a rap song against like these two players. I was a beginning caster. I didn't know any better, man, and I was just. Oh man, I realized you couldn't turn streams off and like delete them. They're on the internet forever. So, if I ever have some big enemies out there and they're ever trying, like if I run for president, that's gonna be the stuff that holds me back. That's exactly what
Is
I'm
not
do.
being able to rap on command. Is that
like,
what that is?
it was so horrible. It was like, if we're using TY and Siri as an example, it was like, oh, TY, you're gonna beat him soon. And it was just the worst. It was the most horrible crap I've ever heard in my life, man. And I was well rested. I don't have that woke up at 2 o'clock excuse.
Yeah, even if you're well rested, it's not a good idea. The math is my biggest problem. I'll sometimes be like, I can do basic addition while I'm streaming. That's not a problem.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's a problem. It never goes well.
Oh yeah, it was like, yeah, it's like, oh, he has 5 plus 4 plus 2. And then you look like an idiot because you're whispering to yourself, 5 plus 4 plus 2. You know, and people are like, oh, it's 11. And you're like, I know, I just don't want to mess up. You don't want to mess up when you're streaming. No.
Nope.
Right. Let's see if our players have decided on the next map. The format is loser picks, so TY is going to be able to choose the next map here. And it looks like it is going to be on automation. Alright. Very different map than King's Cove.
It is. It's a weird map with that left to right kind of flow going to it.
Yeah, it's a very horizontal map, you know? It's very, yeah, like you said, left to right, sort of, instead of up and down like we're used to. And also, it's a little smaller. It's a bit of a smaller map. It's not quite as large and beautiful as King's Cove. So it's definitely gonna fit TY's playstyle a little bit more. I almost feel like he should have. I think, you know, he tried to play defensively in King's Cove, actually. It's not like he tried to just go, you know, aggression. He got that quick third CC. He tried to get his macro up. He pulled back when he needed to. He got his fourth, but it was just, you know, it was just not enough. So if he plays a little bit more aggressively here, whether or not that works out for him, we'll have to see.
That's why we're here, so we can see what happens. All right, sweet. We made it. We're in.
Yep, here we go. I'll introduce TY first. Alright,
okay.
Here we go. Spawning in the middle left position of automation, representing Splice Gaming, it is the red Terran player, TY.
And spawning in the top rightish side of the map, it is the blue Zerg player from Shiva Gaming. It is soO.
Woohoo. Woohoo, soO. Showing a very strong game number 1. Like, that was...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you're a Zerg out there and you're watching this, you're like, dang, soO, that was pretty good. You're a pretty good player. Yeah.
It was beautiful Zerg style, really. Defend, defend. Take a ton of bases, get a huge tech advantage, and then win.
He did everything what Zerg needs to... Like, what... You know what I find what makes the best player, Falcon?
What?
What I find makes the best player isn't like how strong they macro or micro, or, you know, how big or fast or stronger they are, or even what strategies and builds they use. I feel like what makes a strong player is how much they abuse their race, you know? How much they take what makes their race good and just try and piss the other person off with it, you know?
How much you can do stuff that makes chat rage about imbalances in the game.
Exactly.
Yep.
The more people are mad, the more you're doing it right. Exception is if your name is Avalo, but you know everything. There's always an exception to the rule.
There always is. And look, a Reaper! Surprise!
Whoa, a Reaper! Yeah, Falcon, you should have told me beforehand, man. I gotta prepare myself for that. Do you think we're gonna see any? Do you think we're gonna see any proxies from TY this series?
I don't know, man. If you can catch the Zerg player off guard where he isn't worker scouting because he's not... If you can get a bunker up there and some proxy barracks, you can beat him. I saw you thermal take down Cyril in a game very similar to that, where he just proxied Cyril, he didn't see it coming, he lost. So yeah, it could work for TY, but obviously not trying it this game. Maybe saving it for a desperate situation.
Oh yeah, just keeping that build in his back pocket when his back is against the wall. His hind legs are like scrunched up, his hair sticking up, and he's probably gonna... We're probably going to see a few racks then, but, you know, one can only hope, you know?
Yep, and I mean, Zerg players do try to scout for that stuff using their soul overlords, just trying to see general positions where the barracks could be. You can see that scouting path by the overlords were not exactly straight across the map. See how it kind of pooped up into that area there to see maybe if there are barracks there. But you can miss stuff. Best player can miss stuff, and so far it happens quite a bit.
It's kind of like an elbow, right? The vision of the Overlord that it's scouted with.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like, but now it used to look like an elbow in proportion, but now the arm's getting like really long, so I hesitated to make the analogy because now it's like a really long elbow, but it's okay. It's almost like a person. If you look at the vision on the map, it's like a person. Like the natural base of soO is like the head, the third and the main are like the arms, the little stubby arms. The Overlord's vision is the legs. Are you laughing at me, or do you like see what I'm? Do you see what I'm saying?
No, I see. I see what you're talking about.
You see it?
I was thinking like Inspector Gadget, the arms extending out like that.
I've never seen Inspector Gadget. I have to though.
Oh. You should. It's classic cartoons from the 90s.
Yep. Anyways, scouting for both players has been a little bit rough. TY doesn't really get too much vision in the main or natural base. soO fares a little bit better. He sees that there's a starport, so he knows that it's not that quick third CC build that soO was doing on King's Cove. If he knows that build, he knows it's not that.
Yeah, and so far so good. I mean, if you can kill that Reaper early as a Zerg player, you still feel so comfortable with it. He's making 6 Zerglings, getting a lair. That third base is just about done for soO back home, and a medevac on the way here from TY. With Widow Mines out as well. So here comes a drop.
All right, just gonna be a very modest 5 Marines. If this drop or a 17th century dress, it'd go down, around ankle height. Nothing too serious here. But definitely still has to be respected. He's gonna drop 1 Marine actually on the low ground. I think that's kind of cute. Or maybe it's just a mistake. But TY never makes mistakes, so we're gonna have to analyze the heck out of that after this series.
Yep, no mistakes at all. He's down 1-0, but no mistakes from this guy whatsoever. Queens fighting Queens. You'll notice they're not attacking the Marines. They're trying to kill the medevac. If the medevac dies, that shuts this down for sure. Killing the Marines, not so much of a guaranteed thing.
Yeah, Marines can't really shoot at medevacs and heal them the way medevacs do to them, so definitely getting rid of that medevac as soon as possible is a wise strategy. Lings in the edits around, force a pick off. Kind of a weird start to the harassment for TY. Just 5 Marines. Kind of floating around. I mean, it's kind of weird, right? It's not.
It is. It's not accomplishing anything either. He hasn't killed any drones. He really hasn't forced any Lings out, but it is going to be Cloak Banshee follow-up from TY as another drop pushes out right now. And with tanks, so Tank Marine pushing here. soO's going to have to deal with it basically with some Roaches, which are in production, and some Zerglings. No Banelings this game.
Yep, he's going to go for that Roach. That early Roach run to try and defend this off. Is he actually going to go in the main and try and do this? Oh my god, he's going to try and go in the main. Alright, let's see some TY stats over here. He's going to go ahead and siege up the tanks hopefully in range of that. Are you going to siege him? Hello? Nope. Doesn't even need it? Yep.
No,
just for pure DPS. Oh no, there he goes. But the RT guard so bios are going to be extra effective, but TY does not decide to exploit that. Just decide to jump on top of the army. Loses a medevac there. And TY actually has to go ahead and pull away. Kind of a weird engagement there. Did the bio land on the Marines or something?
I don't know. It took out a tank and one of the medevacs, though, which is pretty dangerous stuff, and more Ravagers were coming in.
It looked like something TY could have potentially pushed more with, but maybe it's a concave of soO. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if all the Roaches are attacked at once, then it doesn't work all that well.
Yeah, loses another medevac there to those Queens. Just gorgeous stuff there. Meanwhile, the third base is under attack by some Hellions. They're dead now, though.
Yeah, nothing going right for TY here. The drones even killing his Hellion harassment. I mean, that just feels a little bit bad, especially when you get 2 out of it.
Yeah, that's not a good sign for your game. If the drones kill the Hellions, you are not
you gotta, like,
not happy.
Step up for like half a second, shake out your wrists, take a sponge, dab it across your forehead. You just gotta recuperate. Banshees are out for TY. He did save up for 2 of them, and they do have cloaks, so a significant investment, but can definitely help pay itself off and hopefully try and offset his disadvantage that he put himself in earlier this game. We're gonna have to see. There is a Spore that is building in the main base of soO. It's so cool because TY actually killed it, but soO is remaking it. So here the matches go.
Focused it down. Spore Crawler built maybe a little bit too late here as 6 drones end up going down. There's the detection available. Now the Queen fighting could have actually died to those 2 Banshees, but instead they decided to pull on back. Got a Spire coming up for the Zerg player too, going for more and more tanks. I saw a Drop Lord be created by soO earlier. He has 1 Drop Lord. And I don't know where it is. There it is. Oh, is he bringing...
Oh, there she is. Oh, are those queens?
Queens.
Are those
queens
in that Overlord?
Oh my gosh, he brings the queens for the transfuses.
Oh my gosh.
The tanks are not being focused down here. The Banshees are really helpful in defense right now. Is this going to be enough for soO to win this battle?
At the very least, he may not actually win here, but he's gotten a lot of SCV kills, has soO, and he's sitting at 68 workers. This is definitely something he can afford to do. His economy is not like hurting in the garbage, you know, dumpster fire because he did this, you know. He's at 68 workers. You know, if he doesn't break him, he's just going to kill 14 SCVs and then go back home, enjoy his 4th bases, and laugh as he makes 9 mutas.
Yeah, I mean, he's pooping creep right here, right in front of the 4th base.
Oh, what a power move.
Base of UI. Yeah, I know, just expressing dominance there for sure. Killing this debris so we can go ahead and harvest from the gold.
And he's actually putting tumors there too. Oh my god, soO, never change. He's like one of my favorite SCVs.
Yeah, that tumor is gorgeous. Infestation Pit and a Hydralisk Den coming in. soO just going for everything right now. Roaches, Ravagers, Hydralisks, Queens, possibly going for Infestors too, and just take it up to tier 3 very, very quickly.
He just wants everything on the menu. soO, look at this. Is this a thing? If there's any Zerg players in chat, please let me know. Is this actually a thing on automation? You pick up your Queens and you spread creep on their side of the map?
Oh, soO dropping in TY's main too over there.
Oh my gosh.
Muta's doing some stuff. Does get chased away there by the missile turret, but that was just keeping TY on his toes.
Yep, 4 CVs, not bad. And this is actually, I was gonna say this because I saw Hellbats, but I wasn't sure. And it's actually mech from TY. He's gonna mech it work, as it were. So for all you mech players in the chat right now, in the audience, I hope you guys do enjoy this because you know, mech is something that TY I think he pulls out, you know, once in a while. It's definitely not unusual to see soO try and or TY actually try and mech. So we're gonna see what sort of style he goes from. So everyone make sure to take out your notepads, you know, furiously scribble down the notes, see how TY plays this matchup. Because the chances are this is probably like the way to play mech.
Well, and check it out, 13 swarm hosts in production for soO now too.
Yeah, soO's cracked the code. He knows what he's facing off against. He's going for his hive. And yeah, TY, I don't want to say he's in a bad position. But as far as mech players go, you know, it used to be in Wings of Liberty, Heart of the Swarm, mech players pretty much never ever moved out in their entire life, right? Or they pretty much let the Zerg take a large portion of the map, and then they just kind of max out and walk out. In Legacy of the Void, you know, the games are faster. You kind of want, I mean, you don't want to be as aggressive as you are with Bio, but you also don't want, Zerg to just go up to 5 bases, you know, get up to his worker count, get his hive, get everything he wants, you know. You see, you know, especially with the way we saw a resurgence with mech, was definitely with Gumiho. We saw that he was you know, doing Thor drops on the opposite side of the map. He's always active with his units, but TY is just for the past like 5-6 minutes has just been stuck in his side of the map, not being able to do anything.
Yeah, soO's already maxed out. He's just throwing waves and waves after Locust and getting free damage right now against TY. Army supply is 122 to 91. The Banshees are trying to get rid of these guys, but guess what? Mutalisk, really good against Banshee.
Oh my god, they're all yellow and they got hit by the Thor. For a second, I thought they would all die there because I've never seen that interaction before. You know, yellow Thor's under a, or yellow Muta's under a Thor. But no, I'm gonna have to keep that one in the
control
back.
there. Good control by soO. We've got a greater Spire on the way too here from soO. So he's gonna go for Broodlord versus the composition. Not much that can shoot up here from TY. He has exactly 2 Vikings. Not making any more of them. Broodlords would be a huge problem.
Now with the recent patch changes, if I'm not wrong, Thor's got an extra increase in range for their you know, for their big old anti-Tempest Thor, I guess anti-massive attack, right?
Did they get a range upgrade? I'm actually...
or something like that. All I know is that Thor's actually not that bad versus Broodlords if you can position your army well to support them. And actually, if you look at the spot here, TY is pretty close to max out, so now he's starting to move across the map, trying to push back soO, and soO is definitely going to have to respect this army and move back just a little bit here.
Yeah, I haven't seen any changes to Viking recently. I did see they got a health buff back in May of last year, but nothing otherwise.
Oh no, I was talking about the Thor. The Thor's,
oh, the Thors!
Payload. Yeah, the Thors.
Right. Yeah, the Thors did get an upgrade, or actually a decrease to the range on their anti-air. Meanwhile, landing Locust The blue flame Hellbats, though, dealing with those pretty easily, not taking too much damage. That's how you got to deal with it, is the blue flame Hellbats have got to deal with those locusts or you're going to be in trouble.
Oh yeah, those are what you do to get rid of the locusts. It's not the tanks, you know, it's definitely the Hellbats. soO, I think right now, just trying to buy time here. You can see a lot of its supply is just kind of Ravager Swarm Host, which sounds good when you're not, when the Terran isn't on your side of the map. It's good half of the time. Yeah.
But otherwise,
but otherwise,
great.
Let's see here. No, actually, I don't actually see any corruptors or anything like that from soO yet. So it actually doesn't look to me though as though he's buying time for you know, what are they called? Broodlords. He's just kind of gonna go ahead and try and break it just like this. He's gonna go and land right now. So a couple of shots from the Sea Shanks. Ravagers and Roaches go ahead and come on in to complement the army, and I think it is gonna be just barely enough to overwhelm TY, and TY plummets in supplies. soO, having the rates advantage as far as maxing out goes, makes 14 more roaches. His +2/+2 is about to finish on up, and I think we're going to see a counterattack Falcon.
Yeah, it's looking pretty intimidating now. These Ravagers, these roaches cruising across the map. There's a tank at least defending here. By that I mean 4 tanks, because of course it's a meching Terran player. You're going to have many tanks as you want.
Oh, yeah.
Also throwing up double
numbers.
Yes, exactly. Also, bit of an attack up here. Tanks inside the main base of soO.
Oh, don't see that every day.
Nope, getting chased away though by the roaches and the Ravagers.
Oh, and actually, I think TY knows that it's Greatest Fire. Did he scout? He didn't even. Okay, so he didn't even see the hive, but he knows that it's gonna be Broodlords. I think he saw this. He saw the spire. So maybe that must be it. But a good game sense from TY, identifying that he does have to make a couple more starports, start pumping out those Vikings.
Yeah, so far so good. Vikings in production, going for Cyclones and the Magfield Accelerator upgrade. As well as, what is he doing over here? Why are there 2 command centers in nowhere still?
I didn't want to mention, it's kind of awkward. You know, it's weird. I don't know. I understand this from TY. Maybe he didn't see the creep and started to do it, but I kind of doubt that. I don't know. He's TY, so it's probably right. Oh. There we go, so actually going to go and land in with these locusts. Now, Blue Flame Hellions weren't here to go and take care of them, so they are going to find some damage, and actually they're going to go and try and focus on this orbital. Not going to quite get it. And
yeah, the repair does end up saving it there, but this is just looking so bad for TY. 75 to 59 workers. Sure, he's got that lead there, but Army Supply, he's down. Roaches, Ravagers everywhere, trying to catch places where there are not sieged tanks here.
It looks like as though it's going to be a death by a 1,000, well, not cuts, death by 1,000 spews of vomit acid, which is a little less savory, but you know, I think so. You can see on the production tab, he's not even trying to go for Broodlords, which I find very interesting, because he definitely could try and go for it if he wanted to. He just kind of wants to keep on hammering away at TY, keep on picking off, you know, some units here and there, and I think eventually, we talked a lot about in StarCraft about weathering the storm. It's going to be pretty hard from TY. Now these Ravagers and Roaches are going to go and come on and form an offense on that third base. The Sea Shank's not quite in position to deal with them, but the Cyclone lock-ons are actually going to be pretty crucial in the defense here for TY, I think.
Yeah, it seems a bit of a transition to the what Pig calls race car mech, where you have the Hellions and the Cyclones and the Banshees, the fast mech units here, and actually chasing down a couple of these swarm hosts and killing them, and now the lock-on versus the Roaches is just invaluable for TY. He needs to make this happen. He needs to whittle down that Roach count, but more Roaches in production all the time for soO. Just looks like I'm not sure what TY can do other than continue to harass, continue to defend, and maybe get himself back on equal footing here.
Maybe we'll have to see. Now again, it's just okay, so I said earlier that soO wasn't really going for a Broodlord tech. Now I'm starting to wonder if that's almost a mistake, but you know, as the tech from TY advances more and more, the ground army for soO is going to start to get more and more, what's the word I'm looking for? Alright, rule number 4 in tree, never look for fancy words that you don't know off the top of your head. It's going to get more and more, less valuable as time goes on. There we go.
Yep, as this goes on, TY is going to feel better about his composition for sure. A lot of Vikings, which are just kind of useless right now. There's nothing much to do with those Vikings. You can try to kill, I guess, some of the Overlords and Overseers, but otherwise, not much anything to do there. +2 flyer attack is on the way. Very surprised by that. And pushing those Banshees away. An attack on the left side for soO, where TY is trying to expand. Nope, not going to happen today. There are too many Locusts present. And they're going to fly on over somewhere with those Locusts.
Ooh.
Oh, the lock-on ability.
The Cyclone's locked on to that hatchery like it's a Nexus. It's going to go ahead and take it on out. And pretty good damage there from TY. And actually, I'm starting to like this actually a little bit more. You know, TY isn't taking as much damage from these locusts. And look, he's got his 4th base, he's got his 5th base, he's going to start to establish his 6th here. And, you know, though he's not really rolling in the dough like soO is, you know, Mech never is really meant to be, you know, rolling in the dough. So, I think he's doing a good job so far. His armor composition is going to be looking a lot better against what soO is going to be making in the next couple of minutes probably. So, actually, TY finding himself in not a too bad tier position.
Yeah, forcing a lift off here on this base by TY, that's a minor setback, losing 5, 6, 7 more SCVs. 29 SCVs have been killed, but
yeah,
66 drones have gone down. That's probably fair. Loka is going to take down this planetary fortress. They're so good. That damage is disgusting with that +2, but at the same time, another base is going to go down, and more drones going to get murdered there too by TY, so a base for a base there.
Yeah, a little bit of a tit for tat going on here. TY says, you take out 2 of my bases, I'll take out 2 of your bases as... Ooh, actually, Cyclone's going to go ahead and get that gold base as well. And soO actually now starting to feel the pressure of TY. He's starting to sweat just a little bit.
Yeah, he does go ahead and take down a bunch of those Hellions, and clearing those guys out is nice. Hyperflight Rotors is on the way from TY, making those Banshees very, very fast. Can outrun detection. Cannot run the Mutos, but can outrun the Overseers with speed, so no problem there. I
definitely do like that, especially like how you were saying, this is a very horizontal map. It's a very open map as far as, you know, where you want to put your units. So Hyperflight Rotors are definitely going to be very much able to have a lot of rain and automation, and I'm pretty sure they're going to catch soO very off guard here.
Yep, Cyclones do show up to get rid of this attacking force, and by that I mean just pushing right on in right now. Is to Corrosive Bile zoning that back. They want to take down these bases, this planetary fortress. He doesn't want to let it finish, but I think he's going to have to as more tanks do end up showing up. The tank fire now starting to cause problems, and soO's pulling back, but he did get rid of that base along the left side by TY.
Yep.
And that's a victory for him in the meantime.
Good moves here by soO. Definitely trying to tax TY's actions per minute as much as he possibly can. Ooh, and actually these Hyperflight Rotor Banshees are finally going to go ahead and find these swarm hosts. Oh no, a couple of them are going to get picked on off. That's okay. That's okay. I don't really care. I'm sure soO probably gets a little bit. I don't care. Swarm hosts are kind of icky. Oh no. The little things in their back. Ugh, no thank you.
They're a little bit less gross in this simulant variety, right? Where it's not necessarily like gross and bulbous. Now it's just more.
It's not as bubbly and holy, you know. It's more just like more like pods and like pods, but I don't know. I still don't like it. I'm pretty sure 99% of people don't like it. I don't feel ashamed about that at all. Anyways, Vipers are here, are done for soO. These are pretty much like the first new units we've been seeing in soO's army for a very long time that are actually of higher tech, so I'm very glad to see these bad boys.
Yeah, so at BlizzCon, the way I saw this done is you basically just abduct the Cyclones. Abduct them and murder them that way. Or just fly your Vipers into death.
Too. Yep, do like 20 damage to a Viking and then die. I mean, I guess that's the way to go, right?
I mean, I saw that on Liquipedia once. Like, what you do with your Vipers is you fly them into a bunch of Vikings and they die.
Oh my god, I was doing it all wrong. Here I was trying to like space them around the Terran army, try and get abduct some valuable units. Oh my god, this is why I don't play Zerg. This is why I don't play Zerg.
You don't know how to use Vipers at all. How embarrassing.
No siree. And Disruptor is actually meant to go into your own army. They actually give health instead of take it away. It's a little known fact, but yeah, they're like mobile shield batteries almost. There's a weird bug where sometimes they kill your own stuff, but don't worry about that. It goes away after like the first 2 shots. Trust me.
They get resurrected, I think is how that works.
Absolutely. That's why they're called Disruptor, because they disrupt the meta. Alright, TY here, still making some pretty good units. He's trying to transition into Ravens, which I'm very excited to see. Now, it's not going to be Mass Raven, I don't think. I think these two Ravens...
that's not viable.
Yeah, that Blizzard made absolutely 100% sure that is not a thing anymore. But I think these are just going to be for utility unless they act like Vikings, and they're not, or Vipers rather, and they're not going to. They're going to go ahead and go away. So actually finding some good damage here. Taking out 13 SCVs and the Hyperflight Rotor Banshees. You know, surprisingly, they haven't really been on soO's side of the map for too long. They've just been stuck here defending, unfortunately, and they're actually going to go and trade against the Hydras. Don't really like that, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes. 20 SCVs end up going down, and a good little bit of a trade there for soO.
Yep, more Hydras and Ravagers showing up, though. The Corrosive Vials are going to be running right now. Nice Parasitic Bomb, Blinding Cloud there, too. Parasitic Bomb on the Vikings. That orbital command looks like it is going to die. There's nothing to repair it there either. Sensor tower getting focused down. Supply depots there. Army supply is 1 at 29. 291. soO is rolling right now.
Yeah, it looks as though this is finally paying off for soO. TY has just kind of been, beaten a little bit too much. Vipers are, a little bit better this time. They're going to go ahead and be a little more strategic with their placements. And now, as the final siege tanks of TY do go down, I think this may be it for him. I mean, it's notoriously hard to kill a Terran, but
it is.
I don't know. I just don't know about this. You're 70 supply behind, you have no bank. Meanwhile, soO can make literally anything he wants in the entire universe. As he wills it, so it shall be. He is the god of this game, pretty much.
He is the god of automaton. And yeah, as I always like to say, Terran is not dead till you've killed Terran all the way. And he's not all the way dead yet, but he's very, very close.
Yeah.
Forced to lift off that gold base. More Hydras just jumping on in. TY does have that base along the left side that the Swarm host kept killing, so he managed to establish that one, which is good for him. But yeah, Hydras are just wandering in like they own the joint. They are +3/+3. However, the tank count's a little bit intimidating. I don't know about this. Blinding Cloud going to help immensely there, but was it in time?
That's going to do some good stuff there. And actually, I think soO is just barely not going to be able to break this. Hydra are just so squishy. And as we pass into almost minute 24 of this game, I now realize for the first time in my entire life that it's automaton and not automation.
Yes, it is automaton.
Automaton.
They just did that to screw us up.
Wait, did they change it?
Nope.
No, it was always automaton. Okay, I thought they changed it and had some hope for my sanity.
No, I just mean they spelled it this way instead of with automation, just to make us feel like, wait, what? Make us look at it again.
Yeah, and I never looked at it again, so I guess, I got pranked by Blizzard. Anyway, soO here with the concave, gonna make TY tap out. GG is called, and soO takes a very commanding 2-game lead over TY.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he's killing TY fast here, but it's looking really dominant for soO right now in a way that I wasn't expecting, honestly, when I came into this series. I thought TY for sure would be able to fight hard, and he's fighting hard, but he just hasn't been able to be in a position where I feel like he's gonna win the game, and that is rough.
No, he has not. It seems as though soO has always got his number. Now, here's the thing, why we here at Alpha X love Best of Nines, and it's that the mind games, Falcon. Oh, the mind games definitely come into play. Once you're playing a best of 9. Whenever you have like maybe a best of 3 or best of 5, as a player you play the strategies that you're used to, sometimes you'll kind of adapt, throw in a weird build here and there, but overall you're not really playing the player, right? And in the best of 9, you can see what your opponent's doing, you have time to adapt, you can see what they're trying to do, you can try and pick up on their little, quirks here and there. Now, soO and TY probably have played each other before, they probably know what's going on, but as far as being able to adapt to each other in this series, to how their players are playing as of right now, how they're playing the game right now, we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of that. I think TY, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for something very aggressive early on. Not something weird like the weird tank push he did, or just goes into a 3rd CC. Maybe we'll see a 2-on-1 come out of him. Maybe we'll see a Hellbat timing. I don't know. I think any one of those would be a fine choice for TY to try and mix things up.
Bunker rush. That's what I want to see.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah, that's pretty much both fingers crossed here.
Bunker rush.
If you stand in the mirror in the nighttime and you light a candle and you say bunker rush 3 times, legend has it that you can start to hear construction noises right behind your closet.
That's really scary.
Yeah, it's even more horrifying. I'd rather just like a scary demon girl just like pop out and go ah, than hear that sound. My god. Yeah,
I mean it's still dark outside, man. Don't scare me with that stuff.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna scare you with that stuff, Falcon. I'm pretty sure whoever that is behind you doesn't want to scare you either.
I'm sure you're just there for love taps and massages.
Moral support.
Yes.
What if ghosts are just misunderstood, man? Like in horror movies, they have like the worst stigma. They're like all these scary, blah, and they just try and scare and eat people. I'm sure they're actually not too bad of people in real life.
Well, there's Casper the ghost. He's a friendly ghost, right?
Yeah,
you've heard of him
Casper's
before.
He's like the ambassador for his people, man. Casper, yeah, keeping it real.
Man, check out this map name, New Repugnancy. It's a good one.
Repugnancy, yeah. Repugnancy is kind of an interesting word to use for a map, but you know what? If that's what it is. Did you actually see all that not drama, but like that post on StarCraft where the main map maker was like, this map was absolutely like destroyed by Blizzard or something?
Like the map. When they changed it into a ladder map, they
Yeah,
killed
when they
it?
changed it into a ladder map, they like the pathing was messed up and the textures are weird. I don't know.
No, I
maybe
didn't see that. That's
maybe
sad.
that's why it's called New Repugnancy, because the pathing is repugnant or something.
Because
Or
the
textures.
original map maker is like, oh, this is repugnant.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, he was actually like working on the map, and someone walks up behind him with like an old moldy onion, and he was like, "Hey, you want some of this?" And he's like, "Ugh, get that away from me. That is so repugnant."
This is
And
not
then-
loading, dude. What's going on?
He
Come
gained
back.
20
Oh, I jinxed
IQ as soon as that happened.
That's all I needed. That's all I
Alright.
needed to happen. Me to complain about it.
Yeah, you're like, come on, Blaze, literally unplayable. Oh, we're in game. Alright. Let's go
Don't
and
even
introduce
finish.
our players here. Spawning in the bottom left-hand position of New Repugnancy. Representing Splice Gaming, down 2 games, but still not quite out of it just yet. It is my friend and yours, TY. He's not my friend, but I like to pretend.
Me too. In the
And
top
he-
right-hand corner, it is the blue Zerg player from Shiva. It is soO.
Doing so good this series so far.
soO, very good.
So good. There's gonna be a lot of that because it's, it's like, what? It's like 4 a.m. in the morning. I literally fell asleep like 3 hours ago, so, if everything's not a million IQ, I apologize. Sorry, not sorry.
I mean, it's never million IQ for me, so if you were expecting that, I am sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I was actually kind of expecting it, Falcon, but you know what? That's fine. I'm glad you told me. But yeah, I like to think TY's my friend. He said hi to me in the chat before the game. So obviously, I mean, there's something there. There's something. I feel like we would be good friends. In a different
Me
life,
too.
In a different time.
Sure.
Not here.
Alternate universes, man. It's the
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
I watch Rick and Morty.
Yep, alternate universe. I'm TY, and like TY is like gushing over how good I am, but because I have a third arm, and that's allowed in StarCraft. Yeah,
You could play
progress.
so well with 3 arms.
I know.
Your APM would be like a billion.
Oh yeah, or like 14 or something like that. It would be crazy. You know what?
14.
You know what I've always thought? You know how like people have those like foot pads? Like, you know,
Yes.
for their computers and stuff like that? Why don't people use that in StarCraft? Get the little extra APM.
I mean, Larva plays with his feet already, so he knows what's up.
I mean, yeah, that's. I guess he kind of does, doesn't he? I remember that.
Yeah.
Where he just kind of.
He did it and got in so much trouble.
He pulled out the feet, and Blizzard was like, "No, we have to keep this undercover. We can't let them figure it out." So, yeah.
Larva's great. He's
That was
hilarious.
good, yeah.
All right, well, no proxies,
good.
no aggression, man. We were expecting something crazy, but
Yeah. I was expecting like really horrible, repugnant strategies, but it looks as though he's going to not do that so far. Just gonna go ahead and go for that reactor. Probably just gonna see some Hellion Reapers like we saw in game number 1, if I were to take a guess.
he's not even being aggressive with his Reaper. He's just defending here against the Ling attacks,
Mm-hmm.
which soO is not sending. He's not sending anything his way at all.
No. On the other side of the map, soO was just standard schmandard, get my gas, get my pool, get my hat, get some drones. Probably going to be taking a 3rd base tier relatively soon. I don't see why he wouldn't. And yeah, like I said, it's going to be those Hellions coming out from TY as well as a starport as a follow-up.
I think Cyril kind of ruined aggressive Zerg play, because everybody's like, Cyril can win just playing standard every single game. I should be able to, too. No, man, let's get some aggressive Zerg play out here. Let's see some 2-base crazy attacks. I want to see some Baneling busts.
I want to see
Let's make it happen.
I want to see a Nidus Worm here or there. Are there any Zerg players who
Yeah.
do Nidus? To you guys, to you Zergs out there who do Nidus Worm plays, as long as they're not against me, I like what you're doing. I think you're doing a
Yes.
great thing for StarCraft too.
Yeah, so I do 2v2 ladder quite a bit, and I like to throw Niduses up just because people are like, wait, what? Nidus and 2v2, it just disrupts the meta so much that it confuses them. And I do like feeling like a Terran, where I can go ahead and get units in there, do some damage, and then pull out without losing anything. Oh, it's so nice.
Nidus Worm is the new Void Rays in 2v2. You heard it here
Yes.
first, folks. Alright, so
Meta
anyways.
disrupted.
Yeah, like the Disruptor. Okay, so here's what I was actually talking about, which I'm kind of excited about. I said TOI should try something new, try and mix it up with some early, strong pushes. He's actually going to go for a Hellbat push here. And trust me, this isn't for a 2-2. Or maybe he just, is really, really looking ahead for upgrades. But probably not. That army is finished on up. He has 6 Hellions, and he's probably going to morph those into Hellbats on the opposite side of the map. Now, let's see what soO has to deal with this. I don't see a
Almost
Roachborn
nothing.
inside. It's just a lair and a couple of queens and some lings. Like I said, this is probably what you want to be doing against soO. soO is going to go ahead and he's going to start the defense relatively well. I mean, it's just Hellbat, so, you know, I guess you got that going for yourself.
Oh, this micro. None of the queens have died yet. The micro's been good. Does okay, 1 or 2 go down. I jinxed it there.
That's okay. Here he goes.
Keeping him alive. Lings are cruising in and getting roasted up right now, but the queens are really what he needs to keep this thing happening. Good micro picking up and dropping down more Lings, rolling on in from time to time. And soO is hanging on to this just by the seat of his pants.
Can you believe that soO held that with like a handful of queens, some Ling? You know how you know you have good micro?
When you hold that with a handful of queens and like 4 Zerglings?
Okay, well I guess I can't say no to that, but you know how else you also know? Is when all of your units die at the same time. Like, we can see, like, soO was losing nothing, he was losing nothing, he was losing nothing, he was losing nothing, and then all of a sudden, like, 3 queens just, like, you know, fall to the ground in flames, you know?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
Exception to the rule is Disruptors and Storm and stuff like that, and Widowmines.
Right.
And actually pretty much any splash damage, but other than that, you're doing great.
There are a few exceptions to this rule.
Like 1 or 2, but, you know, everything has exceptions. You know, don't be picky.
Whoa! Hyperflight Rotor at 5 minutes for TY.
Yeah.
He wants fast Banshees now.
He's got not now, not late. Actually, not later. Not 3 minutes from now. No. And he's actually going to be going for mech again. I'm pretty sure. So, wait, is he making 2 armories? He already has 1 armory.
It's secret special strats.
Secret special tactics.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so too. Alright, we are going to be seeing mech play come up from TY. Wants to go ahead and give it the old college try. Try and do that one more time. 1 Banshee for TY. It's going to barely die 5 hit points. In the main base, meanwhile, 4 Hellions try to actually sneak their way into the main base, but here's where that creep spread in the main comes in handy. soO handedly deflecting that. And let's see if he figures out it's mech. I mean, probably those new Hellions probably gave it away when he saw 4 more Hellions show up in his main. So he probably knows it's mech, but what he doesn't know is that there's going to be a million Banshees flying around like bees, like they own the map all over during the next couple minutes of the match.
I like it, like bees.
Like
Makes
bees.
a lot of sense.
Bzz, 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 bzz. Float like
Hey,
a
guess
butterfly.
what?
Yeah.
Another Drop Lord Swaggar.
Let me guess. 4 queens? Does he have any queens? Queens
Yep.
This is where my money's going. Hey, 3 queens! I was 3/4 of the way right. It literally counts for nothing, but I'm just happy that that is a thing. Is he gonna snipe this medevac? Is that? Oh, I was excited. No, he's gonna try and do it. I promise you, he's gonna try and drop the queens and get the medevac. Just watch. I promise.
Okay.
I pinky promise.
I believe in you. I believe in your promises. It's not happening.
Come on, soO! Please.
I'm being betrayed. I feel betrayal.
You know what? Pinky promises didn't mean crap ever since like 4th grade. I'm sorry.
Oh man, he didn't do it. Why?
He didn't do it, yeah. Because soO's bad, that's what. This is horrible! I could have gotten the medevac. Hellions over here are gonna find, I think, like 5-ish? 4-ish drones. Meanwhile,
big attack on the other side. Ooh, Contaminate going down on that factory, too.
Nice little special tactics there. soO's trying to bust on through. There is a siege tank and 3. Well, aside from the siege tank, there's also 3 Banshees with cloaks, so that'll also put a big stint in your aggression here. And soO again going for the creep tumors on his opponent's side of the map. I think we're gonna start seeing a lot more of this now that soO's doing it. I mean, when you think about it, it's actually a pretty good strategy, you know? I mean,
yeah, no, I like it. Throwing up anytime there's creep pushing up on your natural base as a Terran or a Protoss, you hate yourself. You hate life. You're like, no, why? Get out of here. You want to kill those tumors. You're going to make mistakes trying to kill them. The Banshees on the other side, I thought they're going to be here for base defense, but instead they're just rocking down a bunch of these drones. This one queen trying to save the day, but doesn't have the DPS for it.
The exact opposite of base defense here. Base offense, but TY probably not going to be able to get it. I mean, Banshees only have so much health. They only have so much damage. The Spore Crawler is actually going to maybe get one Banshee. No, but the mutas pop on out, and they're going to kill one. And see, look, good micro. All of his Banshees going to die at once. See? What was I saying? Some truth to Swaggar. What did he say? Promise.
There is some truth here. Oh, he's going to run out of energy. The Banshee runs out of energy at the wrong time. And does get picked off there.
Yep,
sad.
there she goes. And look at this, TY. He's gonna have to scan outside of his natural and kill the creep. Maybe it's like super mind games. He was like, oh my god, my opponent already took the map? What am I doing? How did he get here? But yeah, soO is actually gonna go ahead, try and deny this third base for as long as he can. TY really wants to establish it though. He's pushing the issue. And I think he has enough, especially with these 2 extra Hellbats in that medevac, to push all of this back.
I was gonna say the tumors look like they're gone, but guess who's making more? It's soO.
It's
soO's making more tumors over here on the right side. He's gonna deny this third base, man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I definitely think so. Especially if he gets a nice good concave with these extra roaches coming on in, and especially these queens take a couple of those tank shots. I don't see it not happening. Also,
Muta's continuing to harass, although there's only 2 of them remaining, which is not good at all.
Oh my gosh, the entire army of soO just got Doritoed. I'm gonna have to back up here for just a little bit. 12 SVs went down. The cool part is, I think that was all with Mutas, and TY already had a Thor in the main, so that just goes to show you how not so soO is playing right now.
Yeah, his control is disgusting. Another Raven hanging out here. Swarm Host again from soO, deciding that's going to be the answer, at least in the early game, versus these tanks, is going for the Swarm Host. Muta's getting chased away, and one of them does get picked off there by the anti-air splash damage. One does manage to escape. But yeah, what they did is they upgraded the single target high impact payload attack, the range there. So dealing with things like battle cruisers and carriers and broodlords and stuff, they're a little bit better now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now, are they good is a real question, but at the very least, they're still better. So even if they're not good, they're better. 2 thumbs up, Blizzard style. Alright. Let's see. soO still has his units on this side of the map. I think it's just a creep defense point. He's just defending the creep at this point. But I think TY really doesn't want that to happen. But there's not really too much he can do about it, you know. I mean, if you unsiege your tanks and like go forward, that's actually kind of a big risk that you're taking on, especially with the vision of the Zerg player.
Yeah, it's just kind of like he set up a summer home. It's just a home away from home. He can live. There's creep here. He feels comfortable.
It's a trailer park.
Got a bunch of timbers. The Swarm House can run away faster if they need to. Do you call them trailer park?
I don't know. Anyways, first the wave of Locust is gonna go ahead and land over there, take out a tank, maybe hold that there. I think, yeah, they're just for like this. So, Swarmers do move decently fast on creep. They move really slow off creep, kind of like the Queen. But, you know, and that's good. You know, you think, you know, hey, you know, got creep on my opponent's side of the map, my Swarm hosts move faster. It's kind of misleading because they only move faster in this little island of creep right here. So they can run around in circles pretty good, but as far as going back home, that may be a little bit of a...
he's working on it. There's more tumors coming up, spreading back home too.
Meanwhile, so's
working on it. Oh, denied.
Denied. CC, unfortunately, cannot squish the Lings just yet. We're going to wait for them to pass that in. Maybe 2019, 2020, 2021. Probably not for a long time. Oh, actually, Locust coming in and get a couple of Hellbats there, actually. Not too shabby at all. Let's see, he's gonna go ahead and clear those up. Let's see what so's doing on his side of the map, because we see him like doing the same thing he did on not Automation, Automaton. And right now, you know, it's a very different game compared to that. He's not throwing down an infestation pit, I don't think. No, there's an infestation pit, but there's no hive. He's just getting his 2-2 right now, so it looks to be a very similar style, though slightly modified on this map. And I think, you know, TY wasn't really not expecting this. I think it's fine if he just gets a redo of that last game. I think, you know, if you play that game on Automaton 100 times, you know, TY wins some of them, especially if he gets to like adapt after it.
Definitely does. Meanwhile, Swarm hosts are rolling on in here. Once again, the Hellbats need to be keyed. They do not have the blue flame. Tanks are getting whittled down here. Another one goes down.
Yep. And this is
for
a storm.
TY. That is not happy.
This is a storm that mech players have to face against the Zerg. You're just wave after wave after wave of Locust here. And some static defense going down for soO. Doesn't want to lose all of his drones to a Hellion run-bys. I actually casted a series last week where the Zerg was so ahead, but then blue flame Hellions killed like 40 drones. And after like every run-by, I was like, oh, we should probably get some spines now. Oh, we should probably get some spines now. Oh, I don't want that to happen again. Should get some spines now. And then he had no drones, and he also killed himself. Got to see soO is not repeating the mistakes.
Yeah, a lot of pro players are really resistant to making static defense, and I don't understand
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, it's like 100, it's like 200 minerals maybe, and you don't lose your entire mineral line. I mean, that's a good deal to me. Like,
and there we go.
The players you're playing against are good enough that they will test you to see if you have static defense.
Yep, the Banshees are doing serious work right now against these Swarm hosts.
I think that's the main reasoning TY actually had behind going for these speed Banshees. Ooh, did you see that?
Oh, that was beautiful from TY.
Oh my god, you could catch a shark with that bait. That was amazing, TY. My god. That being said,
drops that Thor down. Hey guys, drop over here. Just kidding.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, oh no, Thor is here.
Free Thor.
Yeah, Thor was here, and then Thor was there, and then the Swarm host was there. Oh, the bios actually landed on the, they actually landed on the, Banshees there for a second. Now, I think the Banshees for, TY, I don't, you know, they haven't really played very much of a harassment role. They have done like a little bit to the 4th base of soO, but not really too much. I think he's mainly getting these just to kind of keep the Swarm House in check. I think he wants to just, you know, pick them off here and there and make sure that they can't get wave after wave out. And so far, you know, now he's going to be able to do that a little bit more effectively now that the creeps pushed back a little bit. And definitely the army has to recuperate just a little bit as well.
Yeah, the creep spread is still a little bit insane here for soO. Trying to attack in. This is not a great place to go with these Hellions, I don't think. Ooh. Where's the army coming up to defend with it? There it is. Here come the Roaches and the Ravagers in the defensive position. It's so bad. We talked about that earlier. They need to be on offense. On defense, they're bad because you can run away. Yeah, and then the Swarm Host can do nothing.
Race car. I guess. I'm kind of curious as to why TY pulled his Banshees away. I mean, there wasn't really any, there wasn't really that many hackers. There was like 5 or 6. But, anyways, TY's going to go ahead and establish his position here. And soO says, no, thank you, as he runs away from all of that evil. And, again, is there even a, actually, is there even a hive? Okay, yeah, soO started his hive. Okay, so that's good. I was thinking, if you're still in lair, I'd be like, oh, come on, soO, please. But yeah, he's gonna keep that transition point in the back of his head. Maybe just wants to go for Vipers, we'll see. Another Dorito cannon is gonna go ahead and land on soO's army as well. And he's gonna go ahead and have to back up for now. TY, I think, is itching for a fight. I mean, he's pushing forward. He's got his good amount of upgrades. His 3-3 is about to finish. He has sieging, he has Thors, he has, you know, Banshees, you know, Ravens, Hellbat. He has everything he wants in the mech army, and now he really wants to push across the map, and I think that soO is going to have a little bit of a tough time answering this, looking at his current composition.
He is. He's going Greater Spire, but it's not done yet. Broodlord would be pretty good in this situation. We'll see how it does against the new Thor. The Swarm Hosts are just waiting for their cooldown to come up, because right now they are effectively useless.
Oh yeah, they're just like supply that does nothing, pretty much.
Yep. Army supply that does nothing.
Ooh. No, okay.
Hey!
Hey-oh! Yeah, okay, so he's gonna go ahead and try and take an engagement with these locusts right here, and this is what you want to be doing. You want to be fighting with your locusts. Some bios not being rained down, a couple going down just now, and that was actually good from soO. He's not trying to break him right then and there. He's gonna take a couple of siege tanks, he's gonna take some of the Hellbats, and he's gonna back him out, but the Banshee count. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna need more bios than that, soO. And 7 corruptors do not get started, but unfortunately, I think soO is gonna have to sacrifice his 3rd base location. Drones are getting pulled as well. Swarm House, not off cooldown just yet, but will be soon. And here's a big question: does TY want to keep pushing, or does he want to come back home? And it looks like, I think he could. It could be either at this point. He could be going back home, or it could be swiveling down to the 5th or like 6th base location here from soO. But yeah, I think he just wants to do kind of like a middle ground thing. He wants to hold the middle of the map. He wants to have all these options available to him. So I definitely do like that from TY.
Yeah, man. TY's been expanding like a madman behind this too. He's got additional bases all up and down that left side. Guess who making the Nidus? It's soO with the Nidus.
soO, yeah boy, the Nidus guy. soO the Nidus guy. We'll figure it out, but there's something there. Meanwhile, soO is going to go ahead and get this base hat-trick canceled. Now, there's only pretty much one Overseer across the map for soO to make the Nidus Worm, but baby, one Overseer is all soO needs. The Nidus Worm does finish on up. Now, here's the weird part, Falcon Paladin, that I never really understood.
Okay.
So, Zergs have Nidus Worms, units go into the Nidus Worm, and they're meant to go into the Nidus Worm, right?
Yes.
So, why does the Nidus Worm have teeth?
Well, like, the teeth is so nobody can go in unauthorized. Unauthorized entry will get chewed up.
But like, if wouldn't it be like, it would hurt going in, like you get scraped, you get like teeth marks on your back or something like that, right?
They're used to the pain. They can handle it.
I guess so. You gotta, you know, gotta get that, you know, kindness plating resist for a reason, I guess. Meanwhile, this base for TY, or rather for soO, is gonna go ahead and get wiped the F out. And these drones actually may suffer a similar fate. Broodlords have finished on up for soO for as far as higher tech goes. Big old parasitic bomb on those Banshees, however, they're very fast in the air. Yeah, they can split A-okay. But definitely they are getting pushed on back, and I think TY, yeah, he doesn't want to fight this. He's going to go and run on back. Sacrifice a couple of these siege tanks, actually. He's not bringing them back with his army. I think this may be intentional. You definitely don't want these siege tanks if you know that they're Broodlords out, because siege tanks and Broodlords have kind of an interesting relationship.
They're not friends. Battlecruiser on the way, though.
Someone say, ooh, Battlecruiser and Yamato cannon. Oh my god. Are we going to see Battle... Well, of course we're going to see Battlecruiser from TY, but the question is how many. He has actually a very nice bank, so he can make a full transition to battle cruisers if he wants. And actually, looking at the middle of this map, there is like significantly less creep. The Zerg's influence is definitely, you know, stifled a little bit. And I'm actually a little bit concerned for soO in this game. The banks are around even, but you know, definitely as a Zerg, you don't want that. The bases are pretty much even. TY is actually mining more minerals than soO, almost double. So soO in a little bit of a pickle here, as a science vessel would say.
Does science vessels say pickle?
I think so. They say I'm in a pickle or something like that. I've never played StarCraft 1, but when I played StarCraft 2 and I selected like the science vessel, they're like,
yeah,
I'm in a pickle, or when they're getting attacked, you know.
Oh yeah, in the campaign, right.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about science vessels in the campaign. They were so good too.
Yeah. I wonder where that phrase came from. I'm in a pickle. Maybe I'm in a pickle jar, but like, are you ever inside of a pickle? Unless you're like blind or something.
He scanned the Nidus, and now it's gonna get shot down.
Yep.
Good scan.
Yep, gonna go and shoot down that Nidus like Falcon Paladin shot down my pickle inquiries. Rightfully so from both people.
I was distracted by the Nidus. I mean, I don't know.
You should be. That was good. That was good. No one wants to talk about pickles when there's a Nidus room on the opposite side of the map.
Man, this one battle cruiser's handling everything by
I know!
himself.
There's like nothing soO can do. It's so funny. Now the Hydras are coming on back. It doesn't have your autocannon, but I think it's just going to focus on that hatcher, and I'm pretty sure he will get it. As, ooh, a couple of yoinks going down on those Banshees. And, oh, actually, is a battlecruiser going to get it? No, the transfuse was clutch.
He didn't even tactical jump out. Actually, he was on cooldown, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was on cooldown. He tactical jumped in. Meanwhile, soO is actually now using this Nidus Worm play. I've seen this on ladder against me quite a bit, and I always hated it when the maps allowed for it. But yeah, Nedness, Networks, and Swarmhost get together like peanut butter and jelly.
Which is a delicious combination.
Delicious combo.
Unlike Broodlords and tanks.
Yeah, that's a little more complicated. You know, I actually don't like peanut butter.
What?
I'm sorry. Probably not the best time to mention this, but yeah, I figured you should. I figured you should know. If we're casting together, you need to know about me. Now,
anti-armor on the Broodlords there.
And interference matrix on the Vipers means that soO can't force the engage. And now all of his units are orange. The Locusts are going to come off cooldown, I think. But that is a lot of Thors being here, Falcon Paladin. What is that? That is like 10 Thors? 10 Thors.
Thor is here. Another base of soO's goes down up north a little bit there. Who killed that one? Banshees?
Tanks, actually.
Wow, unsupported tanks.
Yeah, yeah, he just doesn't want those tanks anymore. I think he only has one battlecruiser. No, I think he only made the battlecruiser for like the laughs. Or maybe he like wanted to transition but kind of stopped. But TY is definitely transitioned from that siege tanks Hellbat composition that you want for early, mid, to even like mid-late game mech. And now he just has a lot of Thors, a lot of Vikings, and Ravens. And this is going to be a very difficult army for soO to contest. These Thors have so much armor, they have so much health, and the Broodlords are going to take a lot of damage from them. In fact, almost all of them are going to go down from the Viking as well.
But the Thors are getting wiped out by Locusts and Hydras here. Both players taking significant shots to the face right now. Yeah. And you know what? Moving forward is soO with the Hydras versus the Thors. Another Thor going to die. Corrosive Bile helping. Another Thor down. Army supply is suddenly 88 to 37, and soO is pushing.
Yeah, good to keep in mind though that a lot of that supply isn't Swarmhost, and that while that was a very good engagement from soO, I'm not going to take him anything away from that. And I'm going to let you finish your game, soO. But TY has the best bank of all time. He has 3,000 minerals, 3,000 gas. He can remax, easy peasy, no problem. Meanwhile, soO is as broke as a joke. He is
broke as a joke on a rope.
Broke as a joke on a rope. Being a bloke.
Being a bloke. Nice. Another base going to go down here. No saving it against this number of Swarmhosts.
Yeah, poor mules.
Oh, look at these mules too!
Oh, no!
All those mules were new. And
it's fine. They don't have feelings. It doesn't matter. But still, like...
True fact. Robots don't matter.
Yeah. It's kind of like cry to wire. No, they don't cry to wires.
Man, TY's economy was great, and suddenly it is not so good anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's definitely knocked down to, let's see, 1, 2... Actually, the left side bases are still mining, but yeah, it doesn't have any fresh bases to mine off of at the moment. But his bank, man, it's just so good. I mean, he is remaxing as quickly as a Zerg is, which is definitely not something any Zerg player in their life wants to hear when they're facing off against mech. Another wave of Locusts also going to go ahead and float in toward this top left base, and I think it's just going to force a lift off. Probably not going to get the CC if TY reacts in time. Yeah, there
But so many SCVs getting wiped out here too. Refineries getting focused down. damage. Man, this whole Nidus Swarm Host thing is genius. I like it a lot. I'm going to start doing this in my 2v2s.
Yeah, just be a little bit more creative. There's a lot of creative things you can do with Instant StarCraft. You got Nidus Swarms, you can do stuff with, like, you know, Thors and Medevacs and stuff. There's so many cool things you can do as Zerg, you know, as far as, like, what units you have. You have such a wide variety of options to pretty much make anything you want kind of happen. And I'd like to see Yeah, and I'd like to see soO exploring this because it really actually is a very powerful thing. You know, it's not just creativity for creativity's sake, it has an actual strong impact on the game.
Another base going to go down there for soO. Guess what? Another base of TY is going to die. The Locusts are cruising into that planetary fortress. Again, you're just not going to save it. You can try to repair through this, but you're not going to win.
I mean, yeah,
just evacuate at that stage.
He tried his absolute hardest, but it was just not meant to be. Locusts hit like trucks, but unfortunately die like them too, and just kind of melt after a couple of seconds there. But soO, yeah, and now he is actually down in supply against TY. Looks like though he was trying to do like a base for base thing over there, and it was working okay, but you know, as soon as TY decides to turn that army around, God, it is not a good day for these Hydras.
Definitely not. The Vipers are coming in for some Parasitic Bomb on support. There's the Parasitic Bomb. Oh man, split it,
I mean, those are good splits, but still a lot of the Vikings go down. In fact, almost all of them.
Yeah, only 2 Banshees left here too. And they're going to get focused down by the Hydras. Yep, one goes down, another one's still alive. Locust trying to land, and are there any Hellbats here? There are some Hellions, which are not as good.
Yeah, they're also in the back.
Tanks end up dead.
So
yes.
Yeah, a couple of siege tanks still end up going down. One survives with 4 health. Now, again, here's where we're talking about banks again. TY's is a little bit smaller, but he has 172 supply to 134. Granted, the armor supply is still relatively close, but still, soO is not long for this game. He needs to end this, and he needs to end this very soon. But I don't know how he's going to do that, Falcon. I mean, I really don't.
He needs to wipe out this army and, like, take out 2 of TY's bases at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't think he can do.
Yeah, but you know what? You know, positivity, positivity. Here we go. The big engagement is happening. The Vipers are a little bit late to the party. They're going to go and jump in and get some blinding clouds on those tanks, and it's just the Hydras now, but there's not enough help from these Hydras to contest the rest of the army. And now soO is has literally nothing in production as TY keeps on stepping forward. He has 10 lings and an extractor, which I don't know if you know how good that is against what TY has, but it's
not good.
It's not amazing. Yeah, like that's a solid 2 out of 10 right there.
Absolutely. So TY definitely making it happen here in game 3 of this best of 9. I think he needed to win this one. Going down 3-0 in a best of 9 is not a place you want to be at all. And
yeah.
So far, I don't want to jinx him, but so far, I think he's got this thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now the Locusts are going to come in once more, and actually going to get a lot of tanks because there's not much Hellion support. But he does get the hatchery anyways, and the supply does not lie. Here he goes, 171, and soO knows that GG is called, and TY takes his first game of the series. Congrats to him. I would have hated to see that guy go down 3-0. I am crossing my fingers, my toes, my neck even, just like sliding my vertebrae past each other, hoping that we get 9 games out of this. That would be amazing.
Sounds really, really painful, but I'm glad it worked out for you.
You got to do what you got to do, you know. But yeah, I mean, definitely a very nice game there from both players. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it's if you do go down 3-0 for I want to go back to what you're saying about how important this was for TY to win.
Yeah.
Because it really is an important game to win, because that game was basically TY saying, I can do better than how I played before, and I can probably win out if I play the same game I was playing, but just, you know, refine my builds a little bit more. So that was TY banking on him, you know, saying, you know, the game that I lost doesn't matter. I can do the exact same thing again and win. I still have that, you know, I can put up a good fight against soO. And he was in control for such a long time. He handled the Swarm Host very well. He did some great counter harassment. He had a great economy behind it, and he played a very TY game. So definitely a nice little confidence boost to our Terran player.
Yeah, man, he was taking out hatcheries like they were made of cotton candy. They were dying so fast. He lost some bases, but not as many. And yeah, StarCraft 2 is largely a game of economy, especially as the game gets later on, and he just had the bases, he had the bank, and that's a great place to be if you're playing mech.
Oh yeah, for sure. Alright, here we go. soO wasting no time, wants to go on Port Alexander here. soO seems to be favoring these larger maps here. And yeah, I'm gonna have to see what he wants to do here. Now, Port Alexander, I would say, you know, it's a good map for Zerg. You have... you know, it's a big map. Your bases aren't too close together, but the fourth base and the third base kind of allow you to make like a nice big concave when you with your units when your opponent pushes into you. And
Yep.
and all your 5 bases are pretty neatly tucked away in your side of the map. So definitely going to be a good map for soO to keep on playing this defensive style that he wanted to play. So I'm very excited to see that.
Absolutely. Mac, not enough players play Mac. I'm like glad to see TY keeping that alive.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I mean, mech used to be like my favorite thing, because I started playing StarCraft in Heart of the Swarm, right? And pretty much in Heart of the Swarm, like bio was like so common. There was some mech, but especially when Legacy of the Void was first introduced, mech was very it was very rare to see a mech. So I was always a little bit happy. I always got a little bit giddy when I saw mech. So you know, it's definitely good to see the two extremes of Terran, how they can definitely play two drastically different styles and you know, still show themselves as a very strong race.
Very, very strong indeed. I think a lot of the Terran fans feel like their Terran race that they love so very much is a bit of on the down low, unfortunately, compared to the other races. But man, look at TY. Look what he's doing with this mech, and be happy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just play like TY, guys. I don't see why that's so hard.
Exactly.
Yeah,
play like
exactly.
Maro. Play like TY. Things are good.
Just make a billion Blink Stalkers and play like Alpha Star. I don't see what's so hard about that. Alright, anyways,
Alpha Star.
let's go ahead and introduce our lovely player spawning in the bottom right-hand position of Port Alexander. Representing Splice Gaming, it is a red Terran player, TY.
And spawning in the top left hand of Port Alexander, it is the blue Zerg player hailing from Chivas. It is soO. Got Classic there in chat, cheering for soO. Welcome aboard, Classic.
Oh my god, this Classic in chat? Nervous. That's
Well,
okay.
I mean, it says Classic #1, so...
Classic #1. Oh, okay, maybe he's like...
Maybe he's a fan.
Maybe he's a fan. Like, Classic is always #1. Do you have a favorite player, Falcon Paladin?
I mean, right now it's got to be Cyril, just because I'm main Zerg and he's amazing.
Just kind of.
But I think prior to that, yeah, I think probably Scarlet, just for the aggression. Honestly, I mean,
yeah.
I know it's better to play the whole defensive style, but man, Scarlet does not care. She'll get right up in your face with Banelings all the time.
Oh yeah, especially with Night Swarms too. It's definitely very nice to see.
Yep.
My favorite player. It's actually I think I have 2 favorite players. The first one is Hero. CJ,
yeah.
Old CJ Entis Hero. I mean, guy is just so. It's just because when I got into StarCraft 2, I would see him play, like in IEM, especially in IEM San Jose, way long back, and I was just like, wow, what a great, solid, smart, witty, big-brained, muscly player, you know. I had to imagine the muscly part, but I was like 99% sure that he was hiding like some thick calves under that table. But yeah, it's Hero, and then I think my second favorite would have to be a Scarlet, just because
Well, there you go.
yeah, just I really liked her creep spread, and she was like a very you know, very solid player, good personality, and yeah, Scarlet's a nice player. Yeah.
Oh, creep spread. I need to work on my creep spread.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyways, oh, this drone is gonna morph into a spore crawler, which is that technically dying? Because like the drone loses its brain when it does that, right?
Yes.
So is that technically? Did he technically kill the drone?
Yes.
The questions no one wants to ask here. David Kim wants to keep it quiet. All right.
I vote yes.
I vote yes. I vote yes as well. I'm like 99% sure that counts as killing a drone. At least I'm pretty sure my philosophy teacher would first call me an idiot and then say that I'm probably right. At least I hope so. He's gonna do half of those things. I'm pretty sure it's not calling me right. Anyways, TY gonna go for a very fast third CC here. Falcon Paladin, what do you make of this?
He
Nonsense.
says, last time I won because I had 18 command centers. Let's do it again.
I guess, yeah, the path to 18 starts with 3. So I guess that is definitely what he's going to be doing here. Are there Hellions, actually? Are there Hellions? Because this could actually be a very similar build to what he did in game number 1 or 2, I forget. In game number 1, yeah. Yeah. It looks like he's just pumping out a lot of Marines, so I feel like, though, TY wants to play this very passively. Like, very, very passively. And, you know, that kind of plays to his style. TY, when he gets a good economy running, he's like one of the scariest Terran players out there. You know, we saw, you know, how much of a run for his money he gave soO, how much he could, you know, do when he has a nice, strong, solid economy. So, soO also likes that, so...
But Fusion Core, Swagar.
But what? Fusion core? Fusion core.
But Fusion Core.
But Fusion core. Well, obviously he wants to get You see, I was trying to think of something that wasn't. I was like, oh, Liberator. No, that's also bad. Ravens. Oh no, it's probably. You know what? That's okay. I don't mind Falcon Paladin. I love seeing battle cruisers.
Me too.
5 minute 30-second. Yeah, that's great. I love seeing that.
Is that getting scouted though? Is the question. Check this Overlord out.
Yeah, check it. TY. Let me see.
Oh, brutal. Brutal.
Oh, he sees the fusion core and he's like, oh no. Liberate. No, it's absolutely 100% Banshees. Remember when like ranged Liberator rushes were a thing?
And so good on some maps because they were broken.
Yeah, and he was just like, oh well, I guess I can't mine for 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a pizza or something.
And then Blizz was like, patch.
Yep. Yeah. But now we do the same thing with Battlecruiser, except it kills you, so you don't have to wait around, not mining anything forever.
Let's pizza.
Yeah, soO is definitely 1,000,000% prepared for this. He's gonna throw down a Spire, probably. I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of Spore Crawlers if he so decides. And meanwhile, the creep spread from him was looking pretty solid 5 minutes, 20 seconds in. Not Scarlet solid, but like solid.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, what I've seen here generally is queens. If the Zerg player knows that a battle cruiser is coming, they get queens and so many queens because they trade so poorly against queens. The range is good, the anti-air is good. Not crazy spore crawlers, but queens for the mobility and for the range. Make sure your creep is spread between all your bases, and you should be fine. There it is. Jumps into the main base. soO running his queens up there to deal with it immediately. 2 queens present already. More joining the battle, and now this battle cruiser I don't think is going to get a whole lot done anymore.
Yeah, they're going to have to probably abandon ship here pretty soon. Maybe into that murky brown water, but you know, you can't really choose where you die. But yeah, early game Zerg anti-air is so strong. Queens are so good. Spores are so good. It's just so good.
Yeah, look at him. He's abusing the fact that the queens can't get over here quite fast enough. Picking off a few more of these drones, trying to kill this queen at the same time. Nice micro pulling the wounded one back, getting that transfuse off, and then chasing it away further. So 8 kills on the BC is not bad, but I just don't know what further damage he's going to find, especially with Mutalisks in production and no ability to jump home.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's still got like a good 20 seconds on for cooldown. TY did a good job of keeping this battlecruiser alive against all those queens, against all those spores, but I'm pretty sure as soon as these mutas pop one out, it should be lights out for this battlecruiser. Unless the mutas just move across the map, in which case, you know whoever, who cares? Let it live. I don't care. It's people's lives versus bugs. Alright. Let's see what TY wants to do behind this. It's definitely not going to be mech like we saw last game. It's going to be bio. I think he wants to go. He
jumped another BC. Top left.
Another? Oh, there's 2 BCs? Oh my god, there's 2 BCs. Okay. Well, I guess there's another BC. Did soO see it? Oh, he's just gonna hide it here? No. No, you can't hide it there. Oh, actually, Muta's, hold that thought. Muta's actually gonna go ahead and dive into this, natural base here. Get 6 SCVs, but the Marines should probably shoot those guys away. I think. Why is TY going away? I was thinking he was gonna, like, try and hide or something, but was that a mistake? Or is he
well,
just,
I mean, he did kill a couple drones, so soO knows that it's there.
Oh,
he can't really hide.
Oh, I did not see that he killed a couple drones. I thought he just like jumped there and like started to run away, and I was like, okay, TY, you know, you do. It's probably
seriously,
right. I don't know.
Be brave.
Yeah, be brave. Brave battlecruiser.
Yeah.
Yep, like I said, TY just gonna go for that bio style now. He hasn't really pushed out anytime soon. I guess that's kind of what BCs do to you. And also, he's stimming his Marines like crazy. He doesn't have any medevacs out. No, he doesn't.
They are.
Just not over there. He does. What am I talking about? I'm so sick.
He's fine. He's got tons of healing.
Oh yeah, he is good. Just gotta get those Marines in range. What if medevacs had infinite range for healing? Or like Warp Prism range for healing?
They'd be real good.
Yep.
Really, really, really good instead of just really good.
I agree. Good talk.
These poor Marines. They told us we were good against Mutalisks. Why are we dying?
Why are we dying? Yeah. Where's Beyond? Alright. soO actually deciding to... he's going for Roach Ravager here, actually. I think he thinks that it's mech, but he saw, like, all the Marines, and his Muta saw the production, so I guess he's going for Roach Ravager. We actually saw this at the kind of beginning of Legacy of the Void. We saw people go Roach Ravager into, like, early infestors, and they just, like, went straight to Ultralisks. But, Yeah, I think soO may be going for something similar here, especially with these queens. He's going to try and push, but oh, what an evil army to run up against. TY is going to go ahead and siege up his tanks. They weren't quite sieged on up, and actually Marines are pretty squishy. I think soO's going to collapse it down on this army. The tanks can't really hold forever, but the reinforcements do end up showing on up. It's going to be close, Doc, and it's going to be close.
Tank down again. Marines fighting, and these numbers with these upgrades not so good. As it turns out, the Queens are coming in for additional transfuses. The battlecruiser trying to save the day, but the Queens are here to provide that anti-air as well. Suddenly, it's 102 to 54 army supply. That was a shellacking by soO. He is in a commanding position, despite the fact he really doesn't have a great answer to this battlecruiser, except these Queens who are slowly chasing it down.
Now, don't get me wrong, TY, just because he is, has half the armor spike does not mean he is down and out. Marines are very cost efficient, siege tanks even more so, and trying to push up a ramp against Terran, it's very much a lot of players' nightmares. But yeah, I think if soO controls this correctly, he can still find a lot more damage. Already 21 SCVs going on down, and there's just so much health in this army of soO that the Marines are having such a hard time dealing with it.
Yeah, that battlecruiser attack, I really think slowed down TY's ability to get up the tanks and the Marines he needed, and the Marauders. And soO saw it and said, your one battlecruiser isn't going to stop me from getting in here and killing all of your Marines, lifting off that command center. 2 basing Terran versus a 4 basing Zerg. TY is in a heap of trouble.
Oh yeah, you know what? I think you're absolutely right. I think this was a reaction build instead of something that soO had planned in mind. He just saw that there were 2 battlecruisers, they didn't find all that much damage, and he was like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna make a bunch of roaches and win the game. I don't know, get some easy money from this nerd. And that's as though TY is, barely not gonna die. I mean, he's not gonna win, but he's not dead. He's not winning, but he's not dying. So I guess
he's on life support. How about that?
Yeah, he's life support. I like that, life support.
Yep.
He has how many Marines? He's 22 Marines against. There's more than there's 2 roaches for every Marine. It's not looking good.
Man, is he going in there? Why would you go in there?
Yep, I guess he wants
to
try his luck. Alright, I mean, he's probably right. I don't know. Here we go. She was going to push on in. The bomb's going to rain down on those Liberators. The Marines having a little bit of a hard time with this, though. A lot of the roaches did end up costing their lives. But I think he eventually does manage to break the natural base here. Now, the next step is the main. Probably going to be a little bit more of an endeavor here. TY is still microing his heart out. He doesn't want to lose.
Gosh, he's attacking up a ramp. soO. You're a crazy person.
He is a certified mad lad, but so mad that TY was just like, GG, I'm not going to play this evil, and soO takes a 3-1 advantage over TY.
That is evil, man. Roaches and Ravagers sitting in your natural base.
That is a lot of evil, I agree. Oh my goodness. Alright.
That was disgusting.
That was gross.
I'm learning so much from soO today.
I know, like how to kill a TY. Let me go against TY. I'll just translate his Zerg play into my Protoss play, and it'll be easy.
Got this figured out. But I mean, usually if a battlecruiser shows up on my base, I'm like, panic. But no,
everything.
No, you just make some queens, you make a bunch of roaches and ravagers, you move across the map, you win. That's it. Very easy. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. I mean, soO handled it like it was nothing. Now, granted, he did see it minutes before it happened. But still, the actual response and executing that defense was very well done. And TY, again, knowing that soO saw the fusion core and he saw the first BC, making that second BC, that's a little bit of a head scratcher because BCs are very, 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 very not cheap. They're what, 400 minimums, 300 gas?
400, 300, you got it.
Yeah, they're the most expensive unit in StarCraft too. So. Even committing to just 1 extra BC, that could be 3 extra tanks or more Marauders to help defend against that Roach Ravager push, And I mean, yeah, I think that may have been the misstep where soO found the opportunity to snag, just kind of snag that game away from TY.
It worked out for him. All right, it's Cyber Forest.
Oh, it's Cyber Forest. Yeah. Actually, I don't veto any maps on ladder. But whenever I play custom games, I'm in a tournament for in-house for my team or something like that, or we're doing something like that, I always veto Cyber Forest because I look at this as a Protoss. Now, there isn't any Protoss here, so what I'm saying is completely irrelevant to everything. But, but I'm still going to say it. It's a very weird map for Protoss because, the bases aren't too far apart, but it's, so open on your side of the map. There's just, I don't know, it's uncomfortable. It's just uncomfortably open.
Open is sad for Protoss. They want things tight and constricted and walled off and safe. And if they can't get that, the veto comes out.
The veto comes out. The big old check mark comes out,
Rawr.
yeah, as far as Zergs go, I'm pretty sure like they'd enjoy this. But this was actually TY's map pick, so you know, we'll see what he has in mind. Joop joop. Transition to the in-game scene. Here we go. That's a cool logo for Chiba Gaming, isn't it? Chiba.
A lot of these esports organizations have really great logos. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a dragon, so like that's cool. But like soO has like a demon horn with like demon horn with ram face. Ram face with like, you know, demon horns like curling out of it, or like ram horns. I don't know that much about evil stuff. I'm sorry.
Chivo SC. It is well, and he's got hands too. You can't really see it there, but he's holding.
Oh yeah, he's got.
See that?
Human? Are those human hands?
Those are human hands.
I would have expected hoofs, Falcon. I'm gonna be honest.
So I think it's what's the word? Is it satyr? There's a word for like half human, half man.
I think it's half human, half man.
Yes. Shut up. It is a satyr.
Half person, half god.
Half person, half goat.
Yeah, half person, half god. I think it's a satyr. Yeah, from
the Roman representation is goats, ears, tail, legs, and horns. But the Greeks, they said they were half horse. But the Romans are like, nah, man, that's a goat. All right, cool.
And
whatever.
you know this why?
Because I just googled it.
Oh, you just go. Oh, okay. I thought you were just like an expert on like, you know, ramology, and I was like, well, dang, Falcon, my God, I didn't know.
I mean, I do love history. I do love mythology and stuff. I didn't know that off the top of my head. That is Wikipedia.
That is Wikipedia. Okie dokie. Well, I think we're playing some StarCraft here, so let's go ahead and introduce our lovely players. In the top left-hand position of Cyberforest, representing Spice Gaming, it is a Red Terran player, TY. Currently down 1-3, but he's not going to let that hold him back from having a good time.
No, he is not. Have you updated the score, by the way?
Yeah, it's 1-3.
Oh, there you go. Oh, the stream's a little bit behind. Anyway, bottom right-hand corner. Bottom right-hand corner, it is the blue Zerg player from his two-person clan. His name is soO. Am I cutting out there?
Are you cutting out? I don't know. Say something.
Well, sometimes when I go like really low, like soO, when I've cast with other people, they're like, yeah, man, you cut out there. We didn't hear anything.
Oh, it's just like, so. Oh. And then people are like, I can't hear Falcon.
Yeah.
No,
or they're like, it's the Zerg player. And they can't hear the rest of it. All they get is this.
Is Snake? Is it Satyr? Is it? What is it? Is a sponge? I'm gonna go with sponge, Steve. No, I think you've only cut out like one, so you're fine, man. You're good.
So good.
Satyrs. Satyrs.
Satyrs.
Satyr, alligator, satyr. I don't know. What?
That works. I'm down.
No, it doesn't work. It's okay.
No, it does. See a satyr alligator.
See a satyr alligator. I don't know. I don't like it. It doesn't fit in my head well. It's 4 a.m. Maybe that's it. But jeez. See a satyr. Woo! I'm gonna start using that. Thanks. If I got nothing out of this cast, it's at least I got a new phrase to use for my vocabulary. Ugh. Oh, okay. Very normal game so far from both.
Where are the proxies, TY? Give me some bunkers, man. I need some bunker play.
Your starport is on the wrong side of the map, mi amigo. Come on, let's see some proxies.
soO isn't gonna scout it. soO's not gonna see your stuff. Make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's actually pretty vigilant with that overlord scouting stuff, but he's probably not gonna do it like next game. I'm sure. Like he's gonna mess up. He's not gonna make the elbow scout, and he's gonna be like, "Wow, should have made the elbow scout." And his like 10 Marines show up in his natural.
He'll just forget. It happens all the time.
I hope soO actually. I hope soO goes for a proxy at least once in this series. Proxy hatch, proxy spines, proxy roaches. I want to see a proxy from soO. I want to know that he has that in him, deep in his heart. You know.
But he does. He does.
He does. I think he does too.
He does. We're not seeing it, man. That's all.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
So, like, what is this gonna do, TY? Come on, man. Yeah. 2 Hellions and a Reaper. Zergs have been seeing this time. Yeah. Know how to stop it.
As old as time. Reapers and the Queens. And yeah, he's actually going for a very similar build as he did for pretty much the entire series. You know, going for that. You know, Cloak Banshee after a Hellion harassment, but now he's actually going to go ahead and mix in an armory here as well, so going to keep up with that theme of heavy aggression in the early game, which seems to be doing, you know, okay for him. It works out sometimes, but you know, I definitely think that there is a potential for TY to catch soO off guard. I think soO has been playing exceptionally well, but TY has the opportunity to play exceptionally well right back at him. So I definitely think this Hellion push can do something.
I don't know, man. Something seems like asking a lot here. There's roaches already on the way. I mean...
Trying to be positive here, but okay.
I know, I'm with you. I want to be positive, but
you gotta
just like...
smack me down. It's like, no, it's not gonna do anything!
No, but look,
Oh
TY is just playing this as standard as you can get, and soO is so comfortable playing standard. He doesn't care.
that is true. soO is like the Zerg stats, you know? You can do anything you want to this guy, and he's be like, oh, I am rubber, you are glue. I mean, he's been saying that since he was 4 years old, and it looks like that was finally paying off in his professional StarCraft career, you know?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. If it ain't broke, you know? But
you know what soO hasn't done since game 1? Is make banelings.
You're right. It's just been Ravagers and yeah, just been a bunch of Roaches and Ravagers. So I've actually didn't know that about soO's style, that he really prefers to go for this Roach heavy style on most maps. Now King's Cove I think was the exception because it's so big that you know, Mutas at Link Bane is definitely a very viable composition. But like, you know, Roaches are not bad, especially against early game. It definitely fits soO's style in that he wants to, you know, just not die. You know, if soO doesn't die, I'm sure he'll be very comfortable in whatever situation he finds himself in.
He will, but guess who's throwing down 4 factories at once? It is TY.
soO, TY, yeah, he's gonna go for a mech again. Gonna try and mech it happen, as it were.
Is that... Where's Ruff? Where is that guy?
With Ruff? I actually faced off against, you know, every time I face off against Ruff on Matter, quick aside here, he always does something crazy to me, and I hate it, man. It's like, because he does like the weird, like, last game I faced off against him, he tried to land a planetary in my main. And I, well, like the CC, and I was like, no, I know exactly where this is going. I've died to this like a million times before, it's not gonna happen.
Not
and
this
the game
time.
before that, it was like a Ghost Rush, and it's just, and then after that, it was like, before that, it was nukes, and it's just crazy. Anyway, soO's gonna come into the natural of TY. Oh my god, wait, what? No!
What? No, wait,
I gotta talk about the,
Rewind.
I'm gonna rewind for just like 5 seconds here. I'm just gonna see what happens. Alright.
Oh, TY had 0 tank.
It's the 4 queen thing. It's the 4 queen thing. Again.
It was.
So 4 queen thing. Here. We're gonna see. He moves into the natural. Again, it's a very open map, like I was saying. We're gonna give this thing a proper casting. soO moves on into the natural base of TY, and there's just nothing there. He caught him with his pants down. GG is called, and soO goes up 4-1 on match point against TY.
He doesn't even need the queens. What the what? That was amazing.
I know. It was just, oh, I can kill him. I guess I'll do that. I mean, but that's who does that? Who can do that? Who can just look at TY and say, oh, yeah, I think I can kill him, and just kills him? He's literal god. He's just like, I want to kill TY. TY dies. It's insane.
I mean, I know there's a window in a meching Terran where you can do that, but I don't know when it is, but soO certainly does.
Yeah, and he didn't even sacrifice his workers or anything. He had a good worker count. He was getting upgrades, he was macroing up, and then he was just like, you're dead, TY. And that was TY's map
handful of roaches and ravagers, bring some queens, call it good, done.
Oh my god. Well, TY has to win every single game from here on out if he wants his share of 100 big boys. You know, I've seen bigger comebacks in my life, so I don't think that it's impossible, but I don't know, Falcon. I don't have a good feeling about this. It looks like though the next map is going to be Kairos Junction coming up for TY.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Looks like everyone wants to avoid Year 0. Is what everyone doesn't want to pick right now. And I don't know why. Year 0 is so pretty.
It is, and pretty means a lot to me, but at the same time, I don't think it means as much to the players.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm a very superficial player in terms of maps. Like, I ban, like, the frozen tundra maps or, like, the dirt maps. And I'm like, ooh, Year 0, very pretty. You know, it's, like, dark. It's got, like, red electricity, which is, like, freaking, like, crazy. But everyone
it's all the legacy of the Void Amon stuff. Those Amon fights in the campaign is what it totally is.
Yeah, it's like that that spot where like after you finish the Legacy of the Void campaign, you like go there and it's like
in the epilogue.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's kind of like Stasis in that you have the spawns at the top right and the top left, and I don't think players like that very much for whatever reason.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
But
Maybe people just
otherwise,
don't like maps like that. I don't know.
it looks like it's pretty easy to wall off. Your third base is pretty easy to take too if you're a Protoss or a Terran.
Right.
I don't know. It's weird. Why are they not playing it? Come on, show us the new maps.
I don't know. Everyone sucks except us. All right.
Pretty much. That's how I feel.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. The one game on ladder that I got on year 0 was this guy who tried to proxy me and then failed, and then I did a lot of damage to him, and he tried to go for mass cyclones, and then he died. And then he flamed me for like 5 minutes after, and I was like, why do you gotta ruin such a good map with your negativity?
For 5 minutes?
5 minutes, man! I'm not even
dedicated
kidding. He was
PM,
like... He was saying every single thing he could think of, man. This guy was very creative. He was like an art major or something. I don't know. This guy was... He had everything. He knew what he was talking about.
He took a creative mind, is what you're saying.
He took a creative writing class or something. I was like, jeez, dude, come on. I have a family. Alright. Spawning in the bottom right-hand position of Kairos Junction. Representing Spice Gaming, he has to win every single game from here on out. It is a Red Terran player, TY.
And knocking on the door to a major victory here in this best of 9, it is the blue player. His name is soO.
I don't know if you cut off or you just stopped talking.
Oh no, it probably cut off.
Okay, because I thought you were to me it sounded like you were gonna say soO until you ran out of breath. But to me, it was like that weird middle awkward ground where I just kind of heard soO. And I was like, hello? Like, you still had that upward inflection, indicating that your sentence didn't end yet. So I was like, soO? Maybe it may just be Discord hates soO. I don't know.
It's Discord, man. Discord does it to me.
Discord likes Terran. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, hey, stop giving all that
Hey,
rep.
come on. Terran's hard. Come on.
Be nice. Be a nice human.
Yeah. So actually, soO is doing something, I think this is the first time he's actually changing it up from Hatchcast Pool, if I'm not mistaken. And he's going to go for those 6 lings. I mean, when you're on game point, and you just have to win 1 game out of 4, and have like 4 more, you can try stuff like this. You can mix up your style, you know, and I definitely feel like it's not something that you should be afraid of. We have been seeing TY keep that Reaper back at home, and I think that's actually what he's going to be doing again, so... maybe a little bit of a, you know, little sad there for soO, but I think overall I like the choice. I like the choice, but it's, you know, not a good choice in this game. I like the idea.
It's not going to work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a 50-50 proposition. Terrans seem split between moving out across the map versus staying home to defend, and TY more often than not has been staying at home, which is why I'm surprised that soO is bothering with this. I guess maybe checking for proxies. He's going to try to sneak on in here, but that Reaper's going to stay home until the natural base is done, and there's really nothing the Lings can do to shut that thing down.
Exactly. I think soO was thinking, you know, it's the last game, maybe TY will want to do a proxy, might as well get that, you know, spawning pool first just in case, but no, TY's not going to go for the proxy, and I actually think if he's not doing if he's not doing the proxy right now, he's probably not very likely to do the proxy later on. Also, he hates us, but yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's like, I hear them talking about proxies.
Yeah, he was like, they want me to proxy? No, screw them. I'm going to play mech again. And we're like, yay! And then he's like, no! It's because TY's our sworn enemy or something.
He is, man. Yeah. I don't know what we did. We got to get that fixed.
He just doesn't like me. You know? Why doesn't he like me? He said hi to me in chat. I don't know where I went wrong. Alright.
We're best friends.
I know. We did so much together. We joined lobbies. We played against soO. Or at least watched him play against soO.
That's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much BFFs at this point. We should do like a blood pact. Well, it's kind of gross, but it's okay.
Totally gross.
Totally gross. I've never do a blood pact. Like, if I had my best friend forever, I wouldn't do a blood pact with him. Because, like, you know, you can keep your blood. That's how much of a friend you are to me. I'm not going to take your blood.
I really appreciate that.
You're welcome, I think. Alright. That's what true friendship is, not taking each other's blood. Exception is Twilight, but, you know, again, always exceptions to the rule. So, let's take a look at this game so far. TY is gonna go for the 1-1-1 build. If he, actually, oh man, such an old thing to call this, but Destiny Cloud Fist Strike. Oh my god, such an old.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Yay!
Yeah. Woo. Oh my god.
Nobody ever uses that.
I mean, I used to say that when I started casting so often, like, oh, he's gonna go for that Destiny Cloud Fist build, the Destiny Cloud Fist Strike build, but then I was just like, it just kind of phased out. I don't know.
It did. It totally phased out.
Yeah,
Nobody
but-
was on. It was
yeah.
too many syllables.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, man, you have to like roll that tongue, you know, over the top of your mouth so many times. It was like, blech. You gotta save that tongue power for later on in this cast. And this night, wink, wink. Alright, here we go. Just gonna transition out of that like TY transitions out of failed aggression. TY gonna go ahead and get a third CC over here, and yeah, he's just gonna go for 1-1-1 to a third CC, so probably doesn't indicate too much aggression here. He has some Hellions. He's actually gonna go up to 6, if I'm not mistaken. 6?
6 seems right.
6 seems about right, but no armory, I don't think. No armory, so he just wants to, unless he's going for mech, which he's not, because he's adding additional racks. He just wants to get maybe a lot of drone damage. He's actually gonna sacrifice his 4 Hellions on in. Here we go. Could be seeing a big old barbecue. 2 drones end up going on down.
Yo!
Okay, so you know how I said if you're doing good macro, everything doesn't die and then everything dies at once? Another exception are Hellions and your drones. That was really bad. I mean, it was like, okay, 2 drones going down, not too bad, and then boom, 11. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Well, that's your splash damage, right? We talked about splash.
That's splash damage. Alright, it falls under the category of splash, so I think I'm okay there. But yeah, good start to the game for TY. Unfortunately for him, it's still 62 to 44 workers. soO has been droning like a madman, and TY doesn't look like he can capitalize off of that Hellion aggression too much. I mean, soO is just like, I'm gonna make a zillion more drones, and there's not really too much you can do about it. So yeah, bye-bye.
Yeah, I mean, this just doesn't... The follow-up isn't all that strong. It's defensive. He's trying to get a third base up here. soO's fourth base. Hey, look who's making Banelings, though, for the first time since game 1.
Hey,
it is
well,
soO.
it's a Baneling's nest. We don't know if he's actually gonna make Banelings or not. But I bet, Banelings. I just wanted to, you know, add that little yin and yang to the cast, you know. The little the little chocolate and vanilla there, the little contrasting colors.
Oh, yeah, every cast needs that,
That's
for
what
sure.
you gotta do, you know? Alright, TY. So again, he didn't really capitalize too much off of that early Hellion aggression. But, you know, he still set himself up in a nice spot in this, going into this mid-game. It's definitely not a horrible thing that he did, and soO is definitely slowed down just a little bit. You lose 11 drones, that's, you know, a lot of minerals you gotta remake, it's a lot of lost mining time. But soO is still comfortable. He's where he needs to be right now. And TY is gonna go ahead and see what he can do with his group of Marines here.
Yep, and so far, something's gonna try to take down this base, but there are Queens and Lings and Banelings here, and that's a pickup and a retreat.
Yep, that's
from
a little,
TY.
Little too much for comfort, a little too green.
Oh, I
TY
love
there.
that play, though. Right?
the
Eric
follow.
thinks he's safe, he picks up, he wanders over, he tries to unload and heal, and no, the Zerg's like, I know you're there.
Boom, soO's like, yeah, soO knows. When you play against something so much, you start to just get so good at it. Which is a very stupid thing to say, because it's like, duh, but like, I think it's very cool. And like, he knew that their medevacs were just gonna fly like 2 inches away and then unload. So I think that was a great adjustment from soO. Actually, here we go. He's gonna move on in to this 4th base location. Now, there's a decent amount of Hydra, but there's no Bane speed, so all the Banes are gonna get targeted down before they really find any solid connections.
Nice shot.
Yeah, yeesh, another stim coming on here. TY targeting down these Banes. Again, this is pretty nasty here for soO. He has a good Hydra base, so TY can just get on top of this, but this is a big army FA.
He's got 40 Zerglings on the way right now. I think he's going to be fine. I'm feeling it. Tank down. Another tank shows up. Lings rolling in. They're not even really going for the backside surround. They're just coming right in the front door. But it's going to be enough of a Ling train to force this back. That tank is dead. Marines are dead. Does anybody survive here? Who gets picked up? No one.
No,
the medevacs.
The Marine was like saying his last prayers when he got like when those Lings turned away.
He was screaming, pick me up, and they never did, but then he was fine anyway. Look at that.
Yeah, he was like, oh my god! Oh, I'm fine. Never mind.
Oh,
right,
never mind.
let's go.
All those promises I made to God, they never
Yeah, like, hey God, you know, crossies doesn't count.
Oh no. Now he's gonna die for sure.
Oh yeah.
Can't do that stuff with God.
Yeah, this is a doomed medevac right here. TY doesn't even know what he just did.
It's cursed. Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's a cursed medevac. Alright. Well, he's gonna move on to the center of the map. Oh, doesn't kill that last cucumber. Gonna back on out. Now, here's the thing. TY lost a lot of his tanks during the first initial push. And against Hydroling Bane, a lot of people think that, tanks are the way to go. And I think that's generally true. But we have been seeing some players experiment with Widowmines, actually. pushing as far as pushing against Hydroling Bane, because it's a little bit more dynamic. But I think that's what TY is doing here, especially that he can't build up a nice siege tank count. He's gonna go for the stronger early game at the risk of a much weaker mid game. For a much weaker mid to late game when soO starts to transition. He's going to make a lot of Widow Mines, he's going to make a lot of bio, and he's going to see what he can do.
Yeah, I like it. I do like the Widow Mines here. Drilling Claws upgrade especially. Just such a great upgrade. Nice Baneling hit. Decent there. Target fires are pretty great here too, but man, this army supply is 87 to 76 in favor of TY, but it just feels like soO has more stuff. He's everywhere that TY tries to go, and he's just shutting it down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This guy is, I mean, like, when you're like soO, and you can make someone as champion caliber as TY look like your fiddle, I mean, that's how you know you have a very solid player in your hands. This guy's been to like, what, 6, 7 GSL finals? And it's definitely showing.
TY is no joke at all. Drop down the bottom left here from TY, sneaking up that left side, going for that 4th base.
Oh, actually, also Liberators as well, as they're dropping the main. Here we go. This is what we'll actually see from TY. TY known for his multi-tiered harassment, known for his multi-prongs, and TY is actually sitting with his main army into the natural of a freaking soO. And he's not going to get too much. Not going to get too much, but as far as drone damage goes, actually, all things considered, not too bad for soO, considering how he handled it, considering how much stuff was happening. Lots of denied mining time, unfortunately, and yeah, this is just so annoying. soO not being able to mine anything, and TY taking that time to get ahead in army supply. Let's see, 14 drones dead so far, 65 to 73 total workers, so not too bad coming out from our friend soO here. And a hive is almost done too.
Yeah, 4th base done here for TY. There's another attack down towards that 5th and bottom left. Oh, they're going to get the hatch.
There we go.
The army's out of position to save this thing. TY is everywhere right now. He does not want...
Yeah, finding some significant damage at last for TY. He's got to be at least a little happy about that. And he can actually stand and fight against this Ling army just a little bit. But the Advent of the Bane, he's going to have to back on out, though. But good damage from TY. Probably overstaying his welcome just a little bit there, though. And actually, kind of a weird thing. The Vespine Geyser in the main was never taken for soO. It's kind of weird. Still has 2250 gas. Oh. It's not important.
No, it's really not, I don't think.
Unless you want to win the game, but you know, I think it's fine. Who wants to win games in StarCraft, you know? I'm just trying to cannon rush, man. Alright. TY comes on forward. Oh, actually, yeah. Okay, that's kind of cute. He like ran away, but then like saw some other army was, so then he stemmed forward. He was like, "Oh no! Wait! Oh yeah!" And then and then soO was like, "Oh no!" Then he ran back away. Where's the rest of his army? Oh, all of it is here for this one drop of Widow Mines. Guess go ahead and picks that up. So good on soO.
Didn't murder it.
Yeah, but I think TY has a good opening here over here, but the Banelings get actually pretty decent connections. And actually a nice counterattack from soO. No, he's going for the Soonwich. The Soonwich. Oh no!
Soonwich! Backside attack!
Ah, here he goes!
Get out now! And he does.
Well, you know, not quite. It was like a Soonwich on the half shell, so like not really, but like still, that was good. Let's see.
Well, as soon as he sees anything coming from the backside there, he's like, nope, I'm out.
Like, nope, peace, I am out. You have a good life, soO. But yeah, Hive is finished for soO, so he's gonna start that Adrenal Gland. He's gonna get some Vipers as well. Doesn't even see any tanks or Liberators or anything. He just wants those Vipers. Which, you know, again, the good versus Liberators if TY ever does go for them. But they're also good for Banding Clouds against the Bio. Now TY also finds the base again.
Waits for the space to come back, finish, and then kills it.
Literally, like the second that it finished. Oh, TY, come on, don't do that. Alright. I thought he was gonna.
He got it.
Not pick. Okay. I was like, TY, please. He's actually ahead on army supply, is TY. He's maxed out. soO's still trying to find that for himself. And TY has an established economy, so this is about as good of a chance as TY has at beating soO in a very long time. The game is pretty much even. TY's got his economy. He's playing the game he wants to play. He's everywhere. He needs to take this game from soO.
It is Adrenal Glands on those Lings, though, which is real scary, especially Marauders. Decent splits here. The creep spread is not good protecting this 5th base at all. Also, and TY being super aggressive right now.
Also that 3-3 definitely playing into this just a little bit. TY's army going to be able to trade very efficiently for a very long time. And actually, with the Lings to the wraparound, TY's going to have to reconsider his life choices. And he's going to go ahead and get back on off by this army. soO then reconsiders himself. So actually a little bit of a tug-of-war here going on. No +3 attack for soO, unfortunately. Just +3 carapace? Is that a mistake? Oh, I think that's a mistake. He doesn't have any +3 attack on the way.
That is interesting.
Yeah, it's a tactical decision to not get the upgrade, but he has the money for it. I think at the time he didn't have the money or something like that. But that's not important. What is important is that soO's going to take out this planetary fortress over here, and TY says, oh yeah? Oh yeah? Then it moves on into this 4th base location for soO. It takes that out as well. soO decides to go and run back home because you know what they say, never base race a Terran.
Nice,
but now TY is going to be able to take command of this high ground, but not after taking some massive bailing connections. And some parasitic bombs on the medevacs as well will do some damage, but
Split's amazing.
yeah, absolutely. But the Hydra base, I think, is just a little bit too much for TY to crack through. And at the beginning of that engagement, the baiting shots were really powerful, so TY has to go ahead and watch that. A couple of Widowmans still here, but 13 drones went down. Oh, there's a Liberator. Bottom left side of the map. Wow, getting some good damage.
Taking out a queen there too, which is really nice.
Yeah.
TY meanwhile just re-expanding to the base he lost, expanding again up the top right-hand side. soO is throwing up 3 hatcheries at once right now. Still not going into the tier 3 at all. Just Ling, Bane, Hydra. Holy crap! Are we getting the fuel upgrade?
Whoa, the high capacity fuel tanks?
High capacity fuel tanks? Nobody gets that upgrade. What is going on?
Wait, no, it's not called that anymore because they changed it, remember? And like a patch, I forgot what it was, but like they changed
did.
it.
It reduces the cooldown between boosts.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's what it does. Why? You know what? It's fine. The TY can be TY. I don't care. It's right. I don't know. I'm not a Terran player. I can't analyze that. I can barely analyze Protoss. You want me to analyze TY getting high capacity fuel tanks at the 15-minute mark? Are you kidding me? I can't do
No,
this.
you're right.
No,
Good call.
I cannot do this. Anyways, TY is going to go and step on forward here. Murata's at the front. He's got to get some good splits to get these veins, and it's looking okay so far. Has to get a good concave here.
Good abducts, too.
There's just so much army here, but this concave for TY is just a little bit too scary for soO.
Bottom left, another attack.
Yep, another drop here on the bottom left. soO's probably going to be able to save this hatchery. But TY is going to get a significant amount of damage to it. He's going to focus it down? I don't think he should. And there we go. TY
No.
agrees with me. And look,
I don't think he had enough.
that high capacity fuel tanks or whatever it is, he can boost now again in like right now. Wow, so cool. Such a useful upgrade. Good spend of his money. Oh, got it. He actually picked up a Viper at the top right with his drop, and he's gonna focus down the hatchery. Is he gonna get it? He's just gonna get it. Wow, TY, you are very you're pretty good, aren't you? You must be like
He
pro or
is pretty
something.
good at this game. All right, so the name of the upgrade is Rapid Reignition System.
Rapid reignition. Someone had fun with that. Rapid
They did.
reignition system. Man, rip high capacity fuel tanks, but rapid reignition system. Okay, I like that. I like that. I'm on board. Oh,
All right.
Yeah. One thing I want to mention here before the engagement, TY never repaired these medevacs, so if another parasitic bomb goes down,
Oh
you
boy.
can very well
Oh
just lose
boy.
all of them. And here we go. The Viper's going to go and move on forward. What are they going to look for? They actually just go forward and kind of do nothing. The concave from TY, meanwhile, standing strong. Baiting to the bottom left. We're not ready. Now more Liberation Zone's going to go ahead and get set on up. Viper trying to yoink the Liberators, but not killing them at all. soO is starting to fall apart.
Yeah, man, 180 to 126 supply. Good game tie.
There we
TY
go.
does end up winning it.
Did you say
Holy crap.
tie?
I did say tie. I don't know
Okay.
what it was.
That's
It's
okay.
early in-
It happens to all of us. Never to me, but you know, all of us besides me.
Yes, everybody on Earth except for Swagger.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I want to look at the Army Valley graph there, cause yeah, look at that. When your Army Valley graph looks like a Stegosaurus, you know you've had a good game. Look at that, just boop 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 boop. That was pretty good from TY, and honestly, while I don't want to take anything away from that victory, considering the amount of crap that soO had to go through from TY that game, he played pretty well, all things considered. Like, there were some points in that game where, and you can actually see it reflected here on this army graph, where I was like, okay, soO is about to kill TY, he just doesn't have enough, but, you know, TY just held him there, showed us why he is one of the best players in the world, and soO eventually crumbled, and you know what? 3 more games to go. Let's see if TY can make it happen.
That would be an incredible comeback. I would love to see it. And look, we
Oh,
get
yeah.
year 0.
I'm gonna get my year
Woo!
0. Ah, I really like year 0. It is my favorite. I mean, aside from Abyssal Reef, which I think is my all-time most favorite map of all time, because it looked pretty, it did pretty things, and it was good for balance. Year 0, it has one of those things. It looks really pretty, and I really like pretty maps. I mentioned it before, but like, yeah, pretty maps are pretty cool.
Yeah, and I really love the snow maps too, like Fracture. It's
Oh,
not
yeah,
pretty in the
Fracture.
same way, but just the white and the snow coming down and the ice everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just, I like looking at those ones.
I think we're super lucky this map pool, because I really like it when maps have like a wide variety of textures. Like, I don't want a map pool where it's just like half of them are deserts and half of them is like frozen wasteland. Here we have like, you know, things in the void and forest, and then like, you know, flat, you know, like desert land, and it's like we have a wide variety of textures this map pool, which I really do like. I really do like that a lot. It makes the game feel a little bit more, you know.
Variety is the spice of life.
Spice of life, indeed. Alright, let me quickly make the score. All good here, and we are good to go. Alrighty, spawning in the top left-hand position of Year 0. Representing Spice Gaming, needs to win 3 more games. Oh boy, it is TY. And something tells me these SCVs are not for scouting.
And in the top right, he's got to see this coming or he's in trouble. It is soO.
soO. Not gonna go for. Is it gonna go? Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go for spawning pool first. This looks like a hatch first build from soO. And actually, 1, 2, 1 SCV. 2 SCV.
2.
3 SCV. And that means it's gonna be 3 barracks. 3 SCVs mean 3 barracks. So it's gonna be a 3 racks marine rush from oh boy TY over here. And is soO gonna? Oh, soO's gonna scout it. Oh, no.
The slow overlord is gonna get there.
Oh no! Oh,
It's gonna
see
there.
it. 1,000,000%. Now,
Oh.
it's okay. Just because soO scouts it doesn't mean that it's gonna, you know, that doesn't mean it's not gonna kill him or at least do significant damage. We've actually saw this. We used to see this a lot actually. That Terrans would proxy, specifically Maru, and then Zerg scout it, and they'd be like, "Oh, okay, well I just have to do this and I'm fine." And then, you know, they defend perfectly, and then Maru wins anyways. And it's like, okay, I guess, you know, nothing means anything anymore. But looks as though soO scouted out early enough. He wants to pull his workers to try and defend against it, but 1 Rex is already finished on up. If that Marine gets out, it could definitely aid in the defense of these SCVs. Good macro from TY. It's going to be a macro battle at the very start of this game to go ahead and start things out.
Yeah, and drones actually trade pretty well against Marines, even off creep here.
Oh, yeah.
They do a good amount of damage. They're pretty zippy. And unupgraded Marines just like jabonk.
Yeah, they lift the boink, you know.
Yep.
So, just make every single onomatopoeia known to man. But yeah.
Now the pool is done, and now we got a Roach Horn coming up from soO as a response to this. I think soO's going to be just fine.
I think so too. I do have a small problem is that he pulled the drones, but didn't really cancel the barracks or anything like that. So that's just like a couple hundred minerals, you know, down the pooper for our friend soO here. But,
sure, but the damage output here is just not enough to take down this hatch anytime soon. I mean, a couple lings are on the way and a queen, but soO is just entirely unconcerned by this.
Yeah, but you know, then again, the Roach Warren is only just now finishing on up, and is he gonna move? I think he was gonna try and kill soO. Wait, what? Is he gonna move to the main? No, it looked like he wanted to for a sec, but reconsidered. He's gonna go for the more safe option here. So you can definitely see a little bit of hesitation there from TY. Which, you know, you do gotta respect. He wants to play safe, you know.
Can that bunker hit that hatchery? If you're inside the bunker, can you shoot it?
Let's see. The answer is no. Thanks for playing.
The creep spread just enough to keep that thing alive.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there for TY, but undoubtedly he's gonna get the hatchery if he focuses it down. He's actually, I don't know why these Marines are in here if they're not focusing the hatch. You can always put them in at the start of the engagement. And this actually may cost. This could cost TY the hatchery, dude. It's only at 100. I think that was a mistake.
I think he saved it. Holy crap!
Oh my god! I mean, it's not too much here. Oh, are those the boys?
Hang on,
I think they're the boys. I think they're the boys. There was the bait all along. Mr. Falcon Paladin, he's a genius. Oh my god!
He get the hatch. The Marines are here.
I firmly choose to believe that TY baited him to come down and pull the Marine SCVs so we could straight up just kill soO. Now, is this gonna work? Probably, maybe, I don't know, but it's such a brainy move if that's actually what he did, which I choose to believe it is. But actually, it may not be the right decision at all because
there are some roaches popping out here.
Nope,
and
wait,
there
no!
it is.
Oh, he tried. He called it, but it didn't work. GG is called, and soO is gonna go ahead and snatch the series away from TY 5 games to 2. Falcon, it was close.
It was close, but I mean, it was 18-8 workers at the end of the game there, and he just knew. He knew the economy by soO was better. Sure, he killed the natural base. Good job there, but he just knew back home he didn't have anything. He had brought so many SCVs with him. He
Uh-huh.
needed to kill soO. Those roaches popping out were the end of it. And soO, I just tapped right out.
Exactly. I mean, you know, I feel like that could have gone differently. I don't think TY had to pull the workers there. I don't think he had to kill soO. I think he could have just been happy with the natural, started a CC back at his main base, maybe got some gas or something. I don't know. It seems like he he overcommitted on his aggression there, and I think that's ultimately what cost him the game.
Yep,
But,
this is very sad.
yeah, GG to all people. Guys, don't touch that dial because we're gonna have. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have an interview here with our very own Hajin soon to act as a translator. So I'm gonna go ahead and message these people and say, how do we do the interview? Because I'm pretty sure these guys do not have Discord. How do we do interview? I think we have to do it like Skype or something. Do you have Skype?
Call, do I even have Skype? Probably.
Probably. Yeah.
I mean, I have a Skype account, but I haven't used Skype in forever.
Yeah, because like freaking Discord's so good.
Discord's great, but Skype was doing this thing where it was slowly increasing the output level on my microphone over time without telling.
So people are just like asking you like why you're yelling constantly.
Yes.
Yeah,
like just.
So anyways, guys, I think we should close the deal. And they're like,
Yeah, exactly. That was bad.
All right.
All right, so it is apparently Skype.
Yep. So we're gonna go and load up Skype here. We're gonna figure this out because we are gonna get the interview. It's gonna take us a couple of minutes though. Ramsey says, "Hey, can we make an interview too?" Yeah, sure. Come on in, man. The more the merrier. I like how TY says this. He like in all caps he types GG and then bye. I'm sure it's innocent, but it's like I think that's a nice little stylistic thing. GG, bye. All right, let me see. I think this is Hajin soon right here.
Freaking Skype. I guess Skype is installed with Windows by default these days.
Freaking
so I do have
Skype.
it.
Yeah.
Microsoft owns it and all.
Here we go.
Skype for business. That's not what I have at all. Oh no.
Oh no. All right. Let me see if I can figure this out. No, the only thing I know so far is that we're doing it on Skype, but like I am like completely in the dark besides from that. So we're gonna quickly whisper the good old Sush man like this. So
I am here. What the what?
what do you mean you're here?
Apparently Skype has been here the whole time and I didn't even know. I'm even logged in properly.
Wow, stealth Skype.
Stealth?
Stealth Skype. Oh, let's.
All right.
Someone spamming me? No, that's general chat. Looks like those spam exist in Korea too. Who would have thought? Alright. Oh, hope people can't see all my personal... Nope. Okay, good. I thought I had a screen share on and I pulled up like all my personal calls and like names of people and I was like, oh boy, here we go. But no, we're fine. Here we go. Go. Just quickly setting stuff up here. Might just be a couple minutes.
What is your Skype name?
My Skype name is... let me see. Oh, it's just my regular name, right?
Your Discord name?
Wait, do people... Wait, is it like my real name or is it like my Discord name?
I don't know.
I think... Okay, it's my real name. So I'll just like tell you on Discord.
Oh, no, I found it.
Found it?
Found you.
Found me? Eh, that's pretty cool.
I will add you as a dude. Hello.
There we go. Oh, apparently I was already invited to a call. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait, what? Hello.
Good.
Hello, I see you. Ah.
Oh, good, we made it.
Just
okay.
open your Skype. Apparently I was invited, but like I can't see where I am, where the invites are, because Skype is not my jam.
It's nobody's jam.
It ain't no one's jam. Where do I find invite? Question mark. Goodness gracious me.
On the left side, do you have chats? Like, can you see the chat?
On the left
that I
side it's
sent
like chats, and I see you, and you said hello. Oh, hang on, let me say hello back. I'm so rude. I'm sorry.
They were connected. We made it.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't even type a message. Wait, what? Is my Skype
but you
frozen or
did.
something? Oh,
Wait,
here we
no.
go. Hello. There we go. Manners, you guys. Manners. This is like the equivalent of GG. Alright. Let's see. Just go online. I am online! I invited you already. Where do I find invites? I'm gonna look this up. Where to find invites on Skype? Because I want this interview. Where to find invites on Skype? I see nothing. I'm sure I'm just being an idiot here. Oh my god. In front of 544 people, Swagar figures out how to make Skype work.
I think we're already contacts though, because we can talk and everything.
No, we're contacts, but we're trying to get into the we're trying to get into like the winner's interview.
Right.
So not only do I have to think of good, compelling questions, but I also have to figure out how to get into a position where I can find those questions in the first place. Let me see. He already invited me, so I am online. Can't see anything from you. Maybe I'm using the app. Maybe it's because I'm using the app. I don't know. That'd be a stupid thing if it's the app, but we're gonna go on the website here and see if that's it. Oh wait, it's not a website. I'm an idiot. It's just an app. Okay, never mind. We are fine. Brand. Contact. What did I say about singing on stream?
Well, this is more humming, I think. I think we're okay. Dun, dun, dun.
I wonder if I'll get copyright for
I know, we're gonna get copyright claims.
I don't know.
You can't whistle Indiana Jones.
I don't know the rules behind it. I'm sorry. Okay. I'll hum it then. I think whistling is too much, but humming it should be fine. I've never seen let's see. I've never seen Raiders of the Lost Ark actually.
You should. That's my recommendation.
Yeah, and you know what's even worse? I've only ever seen Crystal of the Skull, Tomb of the Crystal Skull. I've only seen that one, and I was like, that's okay, but it's not really that good. And I never watched another Indiana Jones movie ever, and I feel so bad.
Wow, you should feel bad. You need to go watch it today.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, it is like 5 o'clock here, so I guess I'll start my day like that. You know what the worst part is about waking up this early?
No.
Yeah, it's basically I can't fall back asleep. Like once I'm awake and I start doing stuff, it is literally impossible for me to go to sleep until it's like night the next day. So, that is life.
That's messed up.
We're actually doing it on apparently we're doing it on Discord. Let me go ahead and show. I don't know. Things are changing. Let me see. Falcon Palette. How do I invite you? Here we go. Invite to server. No, I need to invite you to this chat. Hey Sushi, how do I invite this guy to chat? Hey Sushi, how do I invite Mr. Paladin to this chat?
We are friends, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah. Oh, but I accidentally typed cat, but like with an H, like cat instead of chat. I'm sure he'll understand. Fingers and toes crossed. The press friends. Oh, add friends. Add him.
We're already
here.
friends.
No, I added him. We're already friends.
Yeah.
Amigos, buddies. Oh crap. Or send an invite link to a friend. Maybe it's the invite link. Alright, let me give you this invite link. Maybe it's that. Eh? Oh, it's totally that. I'm a genius. Alright, so we're gonna look here. Alright. Let me see if I can quickly set it. Hey, you're here.
I made it.
Yay! Alright. So we're gonna get soO in here. We're gonna do the interview, and it's gonna be great. I don't think it's gonna be a voice interview. I think it's just gonna be a text. I'm gonna double check.
That's fine.
Is it going to be a voice interview or a text interview? Voice. Oh my god, it's gonna be voice. Never mind. Ooh. We get to hear soO's voice. Oh my god. Are you excited?
Yes.
I bet he sounds like someone not throwing up, but like gracefully exiting like liquid, rainbows out of their mouth, and it's just like everything he just says is just gonna like go right into my ears, and I'm just gonna suck it all up. What do you think it's gonna be like?
I'm kind of grossed out by that image, honestly.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that's okay. That's okay. You know what? To each their own. What?
I think he's gonna sound like 100 unicorn.
100 units. That's what I said. Copycat, except with like less imagery. Oh. Oh crap! They're here. All right, so soO is here. I'm getting excited. Someone would say nerd chills, but it's more like it's not chills. It's more like the sweats, like the clammy hands, you know.
The nerd sweats.
The nerd sweats. The nerd moisturizing. But yeah, it's getting a little bit of that. Well, we'll see. soO is on Discord. You guys can start a call. Oh, okay. Start voice call. All right. So we'll exit out of this voice call, and then we'll go into this one, okay?
Okay.
All right. I see you there.
Hey, we're here.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Falcon Paladin here.
Hi, he's with his friend Spakar, co-casting.
Oh, hi.
Oh, and that's Sushi. All right, great. And is Hajin-sun here?
Yep, just call me Hajin.
Hajin. Okay, cool. Hajin. So, you ready to kick off this interview, Falcon?
I am.
All right, let's rock and roll. Do you want to do the first question, or should I?
Yeah, I'll go with first question.
Okay.
All right, so my first question is for soO. In the game where TY opened up 2 battle cruisers, what did you see that let you know that you could just push across the map with Roach, Ravager, Queen, and kill him?
Oh, sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, so in the game...
Can you just speak slowly? I mean, like, you just rush your question.
Oh, yeah, sure thing.
Just take your time.
Uh-huh. In the game where TY opened battle cruiser, what did soO see that let him know he could push across the map with roaches and ravagers and queens and win? What did he scout there? What told him that was okay?
전태양 선수가 전투 수념으로 그 연 게임 있잖아요. 그때
네.
어떤 각을 보셨나요? 어떻게 바퀴랑 개멸충으로 이게 이길 각이 보이셨나요?
그 정찰했을 때 상대가 바퀴괴물충이라는 거를 모르는 것 같았고 계속 해병만 뽑길래 각이 나왔다고 생각해서 그렇게 했습니다.
I think he didn't know I was going for Roach and Ravages, and he was just getting Marines, and I thought I could win. That's why I pushed.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Very, very straightforward there. My next question for soO is more of a broad one, and I want to ask him, just in general, how were his thoughts in the series? Did he think it was going to be as dominant as he was against TY? Did he think it was going to be harder than it was? And what was going through his head while he was playing?
이제 전체적으로 경기를 봤을 때 이렇게 약간 압도적인 승리를 할 거라고 생각하셨나요?
아니요. 평소에 테란한테 많이 져가지고 자신 없었는데 또 레더랑 대회랑은 다른 것 같네요.
Well, actually, I was not that confident coming into this match because on the ladder I lose a lot against Terrans, but I guess ladder and tournament is different.
So modest.
So modest for sure. Okay. My next question going to be here. How about let's go with. Are you comfortable facing off against battle cruiser openers from Terran?
이제 테란전 할 때 그렇게 배틀크루저 뽑으면은 게임할 때 편한가요?
원래 굉장히 짜증나고 마음에 안 들었었는데 최근에 너프됐거든요. 그래서 지금은 좀 할만한 것 같아요.
Well, battle cruisers opening were really annoying to face, but they got nerfed, so I think it's fine now.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, I don't want to keep soO here for too long, so I think we're going to finish it off with one last question. And my question is in particular about his games when TY went for mech. And then the games in where TY went for mech, soO went for Ravagers and Swarm Hosts and Roaches and stayed on that tech for a very long time and didn't go for a lot of high-tech units. So I'm wondering why he chooses to play that way against mech, why he plays that way against mech.
전태환 선수가 메카닉 빌드를 썼을 때 약간 괴멸충이랑 그 군단숙주 그냥 그것만 쓰시고 약간 좀 티어 높은 유닛을 안 하셨는데 왜 그러셨나요?
그게 그 바퀴괴멸충에다가 군단 숙주를 쓰면은 인구수가 거의 200이거든요. 그래서 200에서 안 줄다 보니까 딱히 쓸 수 있는 게 없었고, 만약에 쓰더라도 군단 숙주랑 그 바퀴괴멸충에 조합이 되는 좋은 유닛이 없어가지고 그래서 안 쓴 것 같아요.
So in this build with Ravagers, Roaches, and Swarm Hosts, I actually get 200 really fast, and so there was no really choice of building other units, and anyway, there's no any other units who are good with this in this composition. That's why I stayed with this.
Oh, okay, very interesting. All right, so it's kind of like he felt like he was forced to almost like stay in this composition. That makes sense. All right, well, thank you so much to soO for playing. Big congratulations to him for winning, and I'm sure he's looking forward to his share of $121. So thank you so much to soO for participating in this tournament. Thank you so much.
수고하셨습니다.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, you have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, we're gonna recall Falcon here. He's gonna join me for the outro. All right, so some pretty interesting stuff coming out from soO. I definitely liked his answers. I definitely liked his actions against battle cruisers. His answers against battle cruisers.
Me too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream right here. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning on in. Looks like I have Twitch alerts on for an Afrika stream. Whoopsie doodle. We're gonna go ahead and yep, there we go. All right.
Huh.
But yeah, thank you so much for you guys for tuning on in. We hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the stream, be sure to follow us, give us an up, do whatever good stuff on Afrika you can do. We do host these tournaments weekly. I'm gonna try and bring in some more high-profile names like soO versus TY more often. Big thanks to Falcon Paladin for coming on, waking up so early and helping me cast, keeping me company in my lonely attic.
It is way more fun to have company. I agree.
Oh yeah, for sure. Solo casting sometimes it's a hard because you gotta like stew in your own silence sometimes.
Yep, not fun.
Yeah, not fun. All right. Anyways, you guys, again, thank you so much for watching. My name is Swagar. This is Falcon Paladin. We hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
All right. Peace out. Bye.
Adios.